In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?
For them. Like Csgo, they're a team that for some time was even considered not the best team in their own country. It was Anonymous who people thought they are the better Polish team. They are the best Polish team because of the results that they got into the first EU RMR tournament. But now we actually see some good stuff from Csgo. We see them wake up. We see them be more motivated because of the success that Anonymous have had. Maybe they felt it and they realized, oh, guys, wait. Okay, yeah, we're struggling a bit, but we can't afford to be the second best Polish team. We need to be number one out there.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have a quick look at the vetoes, but I completely agree with you, Csgo. They are one of the strongest outfits, and fair play to them. They took down fours yesterday in a really impressive series. I watched the first two maps, then I had to do a few things, so I wasn't able to watch the final map, but they were able to take it. Looking at the vetoes here, we see a nuke and an overpass ban. Not really too surprised there. Yeah. What I am surprised about is Csgo not going for Ancient. Their Ancient is really strong. Before, I believe that they played fours yesterday. They had played 5 games and they had only lost 6 CT rounds, which is pretty phenomenal. I mean, it's a fantastic record to nearly have played more games than you've lost rounds on a particular side. But we are going to see Vertigo picked by them. Dust 2 is going to be the first map. You know, it's a pretty standard one for Galaxy Racer. They're currently on a 3-win streak on it. You know, it's a pretty good map for Ago, though. Looking at the vetoes, both teams have a similar map pool, so it is going to be a little bit difficult to say, you know, who is going to win, but I will be slightly leaning a little bit towards AGO.
Yeah, and you know, no one can blame you. Leaning towards AGO in this scenario, it's quite normal. We said it, Dust 2 is a standard pick for Galaxy Racer. I wouldn't say are too bad, Dust 2 side, but Ago aren't too bad on Dust 2 either. And when you look at the remaining 2 maps, I mean, Vertigo and Mirage, yes, I'm quite surprised as well that we didn't see Ancient, to be fair. But I think that maybe they think that Galaxy Racer are a bit of a wild card on Mirage, because on Ancient, because they played it one time against Kova. They won it 16-12, 30 or 16-13, but that doesn't really tell you anything about the way that they play the map, does it? They played it only once. They might have improved. You don't want to go into an elimination game on a map like where you're not too sure about what your opponent is capable of. But of course, we're gonna focus on Dust 2 for the time being, because we're ready to hop in the server for the first map of today. As, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Galaxy Racer taking on Ago. Loser goes home, winner gets to live another day.
Yeah, loser goes home. The winner will, of course, be playing a decider game tomorrow in the 2-2 bracket. But as you see here, Pleasant being put under a little bit of pressure towards long. He is going to fall away towards Carrot. Joel here in position as well. So already, they are going to take long control. They're going to slow it down a little bit. They've 2 smokes, of course, for the cross. Furlan just jump spotting over onto the car, seeing if he can spot any CTs that are hoping to go unnoticed behind it. But Joel, he's just going to swing right into the angle, gets a kill but gets dinked up. Pleasant peeks out now, and Snatchy will be the second player to fall. So far so good for Galaxy Racer. The damage has been done to Joel, but they go 2 men up, and actually they force Ago away from long.
Yeah, absolutely. Those 2 initial kills, they don't allow anything, and Josie, he's going to continue finding damage in this round, leaving Piku and Furlan in the 2v5, make that a 1v5. Furlan, just like that, you're all alone. Every single one of your teammates has lost their shot, has lost their fight, and now, realistically, just how much can you do? Deploys the flash, tries to find at least something in this round, but it should be as good as over. You know, I like the fact that Galaxy Racer are going to be going on to a swift start here on Dust 2, because we know they're going into this one as the underdogs. It is their map pick, so for them to kind of, like you love to say, to hit the ground running from the beginning is going to be a lot better, because they realize that they're up against a decent opposition. But the pistol round was just domination, and we saw Joe, we saw Pleasant step up. This is something that we need to see continue and carry on through the entire series.
Yeah, I mean, hit the ground running is exactly what you want to do, but it's no good winning the pistol if you don't win this second round. So, you know, we always talk about it. The Deagles are unbelievable at the minute. You know, the amount of Deagle players that we have, they are just so good, and, you know, it's like a little pocket up, and, well, Pleasant, he is going to take a little bit of damage. It is going to be Snatchy on the scout. Definitely a player to look out for if you haven't had the chance to watch AGO. Snatchy is probably your man that you want to be keeping an eye out on. He had a very impressive series against MIBR yesterday, a 200 IQ play indeed to win the series in the end. I don't know if you did see that, shooting the smoke to his teammate in pit to provide him a little bit of cover. It was very, very impressive indeed. But right now, he is going to have to do, not with an op that he's more used to. It is on a scout. And, well, little pieces of utility available for Ago as they set their sights on mid. Now there is a crossfire here that's going to be difficult to clear out. Pleasant and Disco Doppelin, Furlan's spotted. Disco Doppelin needs to be a little bit careful, deploys a Molotov. Pleasant doesn't want to overpeak, doesn't want to overcommit. The molly does a good bit of damage and actually forces Ago away for the time being.
I love the fact that they don't actually go for the wild swing after the molly, because we would see some of the teams go for it. Now they're gonna regress, now realizing what the setup is, but oh, this is really smart. This presence towards short is really smart because it kind of pulls out the attention, and we saw that they managed to even find one kill onto Pleasant, and now Disco Doppelin is all alone. He can't rotate back to help out his A teammates, and shows he needs to stand alone with Joe, but for now the bait is gonna work just perfectly. Joe with one goes for the re-aggression. Disco Doppelin actually is good for the second. It's a miracle for me that Joel doesn't get number 2 here, but in the end it's going to be Disco Doppelin to find this one kill. Chelsea with the second, and a pretty standard round for Galaxy Racer.
Yeah, I mean, they win the round, they lose 2 players in the process. They won't be too disappointed with that one, you know. They do a little bit of damage to Galaxy Racer's economy. They get a bomb plant as well. That's obviously going to boost their economy. So, you know, looking at it, it's not bad. I mean, we're going to see we're going to see the force here. I was going to say we're going to see maybe a few upgraded pistols, but I mean, I can understand this from AGO, just going to go for the force. They realise that if they win this round, money probably won't be too good on the Galaxy Racer side. They have a chance maybe to reset them. Joel, he has nothing purchased just yet. He's going to be a little bit late getting that scout ready, as Deezon will take a little bit of damage on the cross. It's Snatchy once again. Second round in a row, he's done damage through the mid doors, so definitely a danger. If he's doing that with a scout, you know, be careful when he gets the AWP in his hands. But AGO, they've been close in that. Well, they were close in the last round. I was going to say they've been close in both rounds, but the pistol was an absolute blowout. But, you know, hoping to get the entry here towards mid if they can. The flashes come in, Rallen just clears it out. He is just going to be looking towards CT, deploys a smoke. Disco Doppelin won't go through it just yet, waits for the flash through, but decides to fall back a little bit now. A little bit of information gathered, it's a little bit of utility wasted on the B players as well. And we see, I believe it is Furlan that is faking up towards short, but we are going to see a B execute here from AGO.
And Deezon is the man that needs to hold on to that. Furlan making as much noise as possible to drag the attention of these players, but Deezon, oh, he's gonna be good only for one, and in this position, even though Furlan is gonna fall, if Deezon doesn't find a second, that makes it really tough for Galaxy Racer for the retake. Bump will go down, but they will have to deal with Snatchy, and he's in a really good position, and he's gonna win the fight. Disco Doppelin going down, that's the M4 as well. Snatchy is gonna double up and double down, looking for a third. Joel finally will take him down, but at this point, it is really, really tough. Pleasant actually is gonna be able to find one, so now it's on to the 1 versus 1, and Roland, by the looks of things, is waiting for Joel to come from tunnels, now realizing, okay, he's repositioned himself. I know where the flash came from, I'm winning this fight, and there's no way that he loses a Joel. Only 2 HP left to fight with, and Roland is gonna win it. Aggo closed it out, but that is all on the back of that double kill from Snatchy towards tunnels, and of course the damage onto a third as well.
Yeah, that's a good round there from AGO. They forced a win, and now they put Galaxy Racer's economy in a little bit of a difficult scenario. I say a little bit of a difficult scenario. They can go for a buy, but it's going to be a little bit of a weird one. They're going to be limited on utility. You see Pleasant and Joel, they don't have the weapons of choice. Rallen going to flash himself towards long. And look at this, double push towards lower tunnels. That works out perfectly. Joel, he's got himself on an SMG. Fico is out of the round, and well, now AGO, they have to react, and they're making their way up long very quickly. The rotations are coming in. taken down. He has the information for his side. The swing from Plesson is really good. Joel drops Le Mans. It's all left on Snatchy. He's already got 2 kills. He's going to need to ace it. 12 HP. I really don't think it's going to happen, and Plesson will run him down with that MP9 Galaxy Racer. They buy what they can, and it works. It wins them the round.
That's a miracle.
Yeah, it's a great round to pick up. They'll be a little bit disappointed with that one, but Galaxy Racer, they survive.
I don't really actually have an idea on how they won that, to be fair. When you look at it, what Galaxy Racer were trying to do is have a bit of a, let's say, controlled round in terms of, yeah, they're allowing them to get onto the side, but they wanted to get maybe 2 kills in the process, and they wanted to make sure, okay, we allow them to get on the side, but they don't have any city presence, any short presence. We don't give them map control. They only have long to work with. That was their task. In fact, though, they started losing fights, and at one point, somehow, they managed to come back once again from being 2-man down, which I found really fascinating. And now Plesson, he's looking forward to do the same. Snatchy getting the opening, and straight after Plesson is going to go with the triple. That's the bump as well. He still doesn't know it, but it won't change anything because Le Mans is left in the 1 versus 4. And even though they don't have the bump yet, there is a flank, and Csgo is going to take him down. What a quick round from Galaxy Racer. They're actually looking really good.
Yeah, it's a really quick round there from Galaxy Racer. They're looking good now on Dust 2. They are picking up the kills where they have to, and well, they're just winning the rounds. And I mean, that'll just fill them full of confidence. You know, they lose the 1 round and then they're able to react and pick up the next, and then even pick up the following. They put AGO's economy in the bin. It's only a few deagles, still a threat to be considered, but I mean, for the most part, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Snatchy tagged down a decent amount. The HE from Plesson won't have the damage that he would have intended, but so far, Galaxy Racer, they're playing all right. You know, it's still very early days to say, you know, that it's their map to lose. But you know, if they keep going the way that they're going and just keep putting AGO under pressure, I mean, they could struggle. Dust 2, it is a good map for AGO. You know, we've seen them beat MIBR yesterday, 16-13. It was in the end. It was a very close game, but that was MIBR's pick. AGO, they were very strong towards the end, especially when they went over onto the CT side. So, I mean, it's definitely just something that you have to keep in the back of your mind. But right now, AGO, they're looking for a bomb plant here. If they can get it, absolutely fantastic, but it's going to be very difficult to get up here past Joel, especially with no utility.
Yeah, you have only the upgraded pistols without any armor, without any nades, as you mentioned. So it's not going to be any easy task, especially with this counter util from the Galaxy Racer side coming on. You know, this is something that I like from Galaxy Racer, this little readjustment, and it kind of gives the AWP the same chance because it can go from long to short, just choose his direction, and it brings Chelsea back with Diog that gives him the chance to go for multi-kills, and with this HE he's going to go for a double, make it a 4K for him in the round, so a pretty decent one from him. It's nice to see people getting multi-frags on anti-ecos. It kind of boosts up the economy, and Csgo is one of the players who you want to have high, like, to feel good in the server, like to have high confidence. You know, if Csgo is feeling well, things are going to be looking great for the Galaxy Racer side, and now it's 5-1. Csgo on another full reinvestment.
The full reinvestment, and this is where Csgo need to pick up their first round. This is where they need to find the kills. They need to get a bomb plant here if they can. Ferlin, just jump spotting over the op of Joel, maybe getting away with one there. But Joel, a little bit lucky himself not to come out a little bit worse for wear. So AGO, once again, they're going to go into this little bit of a passive kind of default. They look towards mid to try and find an opening pick. It's Snatchy tagged down low. He needs to be careful. He's playing with fire there, peeking onto Joel. Luckily, ducks his head down onto Cat. And, well, Snatchy still holding, hits Joel now on the cross. Even though he has been tagged down low, he still wins the off battle and gives AGO the man advantage. And that's always the danger with Snatchy. Even if you do get him very, very low, he can still manage to pick up a kill, or maybe even a multi-kill or two. We're going to see Chelsea now aggress towards long, but Le Mans, he's so patient. He is so ready for that aggression. He finds the kill, bless him. He has to push towards long himself, but the flashes are good there from the tees, and Pleasant can't see a thing. Le Mans will double up, and now Galaxy Racer, they have to go for a little bit of a save.
Yep, and that's the first round where we actually see Csgo show some teeth and actually shows that they can bite. Le Mans is even going to be looking forward to picking up those 2 initial kills, and he's going to be able to do that. So no guns saved on the Galaxy Racer side, of course. No problems just yet with their money. They'll have more than enough for the reinvestment, but it's going to be with reset potential. So potentially one more round for the Csgo side is going to put the bank of their position in the bin. And that's exactly what we want to see. Like, for now, it's Fiku who's a bit on a slow start, currently 0-6, but, you know, Csgo, even though you lost, 5 out of the first 6 rounds, just by winning 2, you might be back in it.
Just by winning 2, yeah, they need to get this second in the row, though. That's the main thing here. If they pick this round up, that's what they're looking for. You know, they want to break the economy of Galaxy Racer. They'll be completely back in the game then. But Galaxy Racer, you know, last time Csgo won a round, Galaxy Racer won it, and it was very convincing as well. I believe they kept like 3 or 4 players alive. So, you know, they'll be hoping for a similar result. But once again, we see this kind of passive play from AGO. They're just holding, waiting for some CT aggression. There's, you know, the little bit of long presence out there from Le Mans that time. He's just going to be grouping up, though, with his teammates from short. And it's really going to be on Joel here. Joel kind of has to fall back and hit the first shot and try not to go down. We are going to see the short execute come in, but he needs to just try and stay alive. Even if he gives up the site, that's okay. Wait for the smokes to clear. Your teammates have enough utility to actually commit to the retake, but if you can get one while they're crossing, absolutely huge.
Yeah, but the U2 is just too good. They don't even allow him to go for a shot and nearly take him down, so he's gonna give up the bomb site, but we mentioned that it's okay for him if he stays alive. He just needs to be alive on the server so they can be able to play the 5 vs 5 retake, and now it comes in through, but it's going to be extremely tough because they don't have short control. They realize that Csgo have only short, but that might be a bit too much because they have some presence on the side as well. Lacking utility on the CT side, Snatchy and Furlong are going to find 3 fast kills. Decent with 1, but this should be the save already. Joe, we can see that he's been staying towards deep long throughout this entire time. This Doppling going to be happy to hold on to his M4, but Csgo, they've done it. Look at the money on the CT side. It's just gone.
Yeah, I mean, the money's just gone. You can see the odds there on your screen, of course, thanks to our great partners over at Pinnacle. If you want to head over and check them out, you can go to teb.gg/odds. You can sign up using code SPRING21. When you bet €20, you will get €20 back. Make sure that you are of legal gambling age and you are doing so responsibly. But back to the game. Actually, as I'm saying, back to the game, we have a little bit of attack. So we have a little bit of a time to talk about, digest what went on that round. So as I was saying, you know, that was fine from Joel if he gives it up and, you know, he plays for the retake. But because he has the up, you know, and because they have nobody coming from short, they know that AGO are only coming from one position. They need somebody to be going, maybe even 2 people, to try and flush those players out, to try and converge on the site from 2 different angles, because for the most part, it was just CT, you know, it was just CT and long there. So it's pretty much the same angle that you're holding from short anyway. You don't really have to worry about behind or anything like that. You can leave one player holding there, but you just need, you know, maybe 2 players coming from cat and short to get the first kill, to cause a little bit of panic in Csgo. And like Joel, yes, he has the op and he was towards long, but Csgo aren't going to be swinging into that op anytime soon. Like, they're not going to swing into his crosshair at all. So they're going to play safe. They needed to maybe go from different positions in that one. We see there Joel just misses Snatchy. That is so unlucky. But Deason will at least get a trade. Both ops are down. Chelsea will recover it, but not for long. Rallen will make sure of that. AGO now with the man advantage. and only the rifle on Disco Doppelin left to find, other than an upgraded pistol or two.
No, and he's gonna get dinged through the box. Disco Doppelin with the AK, trying to have the impact, not quite able to do so though. And Fiku is gonna finish things off with a quick double. So Csgo just 1 round away from leveling things up now, as this first half is looking closer and closer. And you know, the bad part for Galaxy Racer is that every single buy round that they lose from now on is going to be the same as losing 2 rounds, because afterwards, unless you save 3 or 4 guns,
It's Galaxy Racer, you know, at least keeping this game competitive. I say that. You know, they're in the lead and they're possibly going to re-establish a 2-round lead. But 6-4, that's going to be a good scoreline, you know, and it's just the reactions from Galaxy Racer, really. You know, they lose maybe a disappointing round, but when they get back on the guns and when they get back on the rifles, look what they're doing. I mean, 3 kills unanswered. Now Snatchy pulls 1 back. It's a lovely shot there onto Joel, do not get me wrong, but AGO, they're going to have a lot more to do here. Smoke onto the site as Snatchy will continue to move forward, and the bomb is going to go down. Fiku will make sure of that, so it's going to be a 4v2 retake. Snatchy caught out, dinked up. Fiku is going to have to do it alone. Gets the first and the second. Now has to realise that there's players coming from short, and he gets into a really good position here. This actually might work out. Look, spots out both players. Oh, this is a little bit dangerous. Tries to isolate a 1v1 where he can. He will do so. Gets the kill. Chelsea is the last man alive. He has the HP advantage, but Fiku has played it superbly. A lovely 1 versus 4 from Fiku. Gets Csgo back on level turns. And what a way to start off this game. What a way to start off the series, Ted.
You know, that just puts things into a really, really different aspect, a really different situation to what it was. In the moment that Fiku is left in the 1 versus 4, I go like, yeah, okay, that's a pretty good recovery from Galaxy Racer. They managed to win a round, and they win it dominantly as well. So we're seeing some pretty nice readjustments from them. We're seeing that they failed to crumble. You said it yourself, 6-4 was a good score for them in this scenario, but you know, things are not looking great now. Because you lose that round, you have no money to work with, players are already falling on your side. That's a nice shot from Disco Doppelin, but you will need to find some more of that unless you want to be 1 round behind, which, considering you were, what, 5-1 up, to be 1 round behind isn't the best scenario. Just 5 minutes later.
Yeah, no, not at all. And, well, they're going to have to try and hold here. Plessing with the AK could cause a problem or two, but this threat is probably neutralized now in a second. Actually, Furlan doesn't go for the shots. He decides to spam onto the smoke. These are now with his Deagle. Just spamming through the smoke, trying to find a kill. Won't be able to. Fiku will take him down. Leman goes looking towards short. He spotted out Plessing earlier. Plessing gets that kill onto Fiku now. Disco Doppelin is still knocking about the place with his scout. He's looking for the head of Leman. He will find a hold on a second. Hardly not. We've seen a 2vx in the last round. Are we going to see a 2vx from Galaxy Racer? No, we are not. Furlan and Snatchy will make sure of that. And Csgo will get onto 6. They will open up a 1 round lead. And I mean, Ted, I just actually realised there as well, you know, that Fiku clutch, yeah, that was actually a 2v5 as well. So, yeah. I mean, I didn't even realise that. Chat pointed it out to me. So, yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous the way that they win that and keep going now. 5 rounds in a row, they're ahead of Galaxy Racer. Galaxy Racer really need to react to keep this one competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to. And you know, they've been finding the openings in almost every single round. What they've been struggling with, though, is to convert those opening kills into winning rounds. And this is something that, okay, you can do this mistake once or twice, but eventually you will need to win those, because otherwise that's gonna make it really, really tough for your money. We can see that it already is. Every single round that they lose is gonna result into a half buy after on. At least they have the maximum loss bonus, so saving guns would be good for them if they want to reinvest if they lose a round. But at this point, after being 5-1 up on your map pick, you don't want to get things just escalate like that and get out of control. And Deezen, he's all alone towards long. There's 3 players to welcome. Good for one, needs to double up, and he's going to be able to do so. That's perfect from Deezen. He is going to find the third as well, and that's the change that we wanted to see from the Galaxy Racer. Csgo trying to go for the contact play, but it's just not meant to be.
Yeah, when Galaxy Racer needs to come back with a reaction, they really do. And again, they do it very, very well. Deezen locking down the long doors, finding the double. Snatchy, well, he tried to go with the pistol, but Deezen has his M4 in hand. So 6-6, we're level. I think this is a fair score. I mean, I think, like, I don't think anyone has done enough to be in the lead. You know, I really do think that being even at this point is pretty fair. We are going to see Fiku make out towards long. Oh, he's a lucky boy to be alive. The nade, oh, we'll take him down. Actually, the molly will be finishing him off. So, Csgo now have a man disadvantage. And how do they react? Now, if it was Galaxy Racer going a man down, I would say that it would be Csgo's round. But Csgo are very good at, after they go a man down, they're very good at prying open a bomb site. They're very good at finding the pick and at least getting their team back on level terms, making it a fair fight. You see Disco Doppelin in here towards CT. He's doubled up here with Plessen as Csgo are going to make their way out. There's a high-low going on here, and Disco Doppelin will find the double. Plessen goes down. Needs to be careful as he backs away. Le Mans won't be able to find the trade. The molly is going to force Disco Doppelin out. He actually burns to a crisp, so into a 2v3
did he spot the player?
He did, I think, yeah. Or maybe not. I'm not too sure, actually. He seems to be...
Oh, they didn't spot Josie. That's massive from Josie, though, because he definitely saw them. And how they're gonna be just walking into an AWPDs and surely doesn't miss, but as I say that, that might be crucial. Now he's trapped onto the site with an AWP in hand. Oh, he needs to try and stay alive, but... How is he still alive? Okay, Furlan, you could have seen him, but Josie... Oh, there's no way that they expected. He's playing for both of them. He doesn't care. He wants a double. There's one, there's two. Josie, what a play from the long player. He went on the wrap, and it was sick. Like, that's how you need to do it. That's trigger discipline, pure calmness in this clutch for him.
And I mean, this high-low was pretty good here from Disco Doppelin and Plessen. Even though Plessen doesn't get any kills, Disco Doppelin does enough. And I mean, Chelsea just playing the trigger discipline there. He was pretty much everywhere on the map in that round. You know, went along, walked down middle, went into B tunnels. The only place he wasn't was T-spawn. Joel, oh, lovely headshot there. He had his angles perfect. It didn't matter. He doesn't need vision. He just hits the headshot. AGO down to 4. And, well, Furlan, he will fall once again. He's not had the best of games, which is surprising from him. Usually he is one of the standout performers for AGO. He's definitely somebody that you can count on to rack up a few kills. Maybe, you know, when we swap over to the CT side, he'll have a little bit more of an impact. But right now, he's just really struggling to get going. Maybe it's a little bit too early for him, but we'll have to wait and see. As we see, you know, the double up is still in play for Galaxy Racer. Nobody playing from the A site, so they hear the flashes. They don't have the information. They are playing for short this round. As Disco Doppelin will be making his way back and is actually going to just play from the Gandalf position. As now Galaxy Racer are going to react. They're going to flash in towards mid. They're going to clear out all these angles. And, well, now they are beginning to realise that it's going to be a long play.
Yeah, and look at the U2 on the T side. There's just no way that you cross without the AWP mopping you down, and plus, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. Fiku with only one more in return, but it is another 2 versus 5 that they want to win. Snatch and Fiku, but Fiku is gonna fall, leaving Snatch all alone. And there you have it, the same man that shut him down last round, Chelsea with another double kill, and Galaxy Racer are gonna be able to win the half in the end of it.
Yeah, they're going to win the half. Are they going to get a 9-6? More than likely, I'd be saying 9-6 here. Just looking at the money on AGO, and especially just, you know, that double up still in play. Platson having a really good game, 15-9, and I mean, on the cross there he finds 2, and as you said, that it was going to be a huge problem just not having utility to cross there. If you just don't have smokes, the op will mop them up.
It was just the 2 flashes.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not gonna be enough. And well, now AGO, they have to hope that Galaxy Racer get a little bit aggressive and maybe try and play.
Подсмотреть. И до конца не будет понятно, кто же в какой-то момент у нас наконец-таки затащит. Next пистолетка. Небольшое преимущество для одной команды эта пистолетка как раз-таки принесет. Ну и стоит отметить, да, вот закуп у команды Go, то есть у нас там как бы 2 Галиля, 2 Дигла и Скаут. То есть выглядит как не закуп победителей на самом-то деле. Я, конечно, говорю про 7-ку и гол возможную. Но здесь у нас уже и Чавси в спину заходит. И Чавси уже 2 минуса сделал. И сейчас еще минус может и по снэчу оформить. Ну нет, все же снэч сделал свой килланыч. И тут и информация, и время-то остается у нас целых 20 секунд. А здесь у нас еще и Моли горит. Ну и Снэча будет сейчас у нас выползать. Если каких хаешек нету. Джоэл у нас погибает, он контрол у нас мидл, дискодопл у нас тащить, но вот мы с вами возвращаемся к тому самому моменту, то что вообще в этой игре ничего не понятно. Какие-то клатч-моменты тащатся, то что это просто жесть какая-то. 1 в 4, где-то там кто-то еще фидит непонятно где-то кто-то погибает. Чавси в спину постоянно заходят. Как такое у нас в этой игре случается, я просто не понимаю. Как рейсеры иногда такие раунды отдают, как иногда такие раунды отдают и гоу, когда они там бомбу ставят и начинают в открытую выходить и пытаться перестрелять своих оппонентов. Рален, есть минус. Тут уже тиммейт бы еще как-нибудь помочь бы, но тиммейт у нас пока что упал. У команды Go, которая находилась на позиции Б, Плессон дернул немножко бомбу, дергает еще повторно, мало ли сейчас кто-то под окном будет стартовать. Но Лемон пока что снизу находится вот в этой части окна. Пока что он не запрыгивает на вот эти вот кирпичики. И сейчас нужно что-то игрокам команды Go придумать. Тут как-то надо Лемону уже от окна, причем ему надо делать тут 1 минус, а то и 2. Через дверьки выходит Рален, у нас погибает Плессон, по нему как раз таки минус дал. И Лемон до сих пор тут пытается халдиться. Снэч у нас тоже ищет какие-то голы, но игроки команды Galaxy Racer сидят в своих позициях, но уже пошли немножко поджать. Но время-то уже тоже у нас поджимает, поэтому это будет 9-й раунд для команды Galaxy Racer. Пистолетчику они выигрывают. Что происходит? Игра, конечно, удивительных команд. Тут ничего не скажешь. Удивительные вещи сплошь и рядом. Джоэл. Здесь же у нас еще Снэча. На пропрыге Джоэл. Ой-ой-ой, а тут у нас на лонге как раз таки вот. Отлично, обсерв всю информацию увидел. Фику, есть минус от него. Дальше сейчас растворяется он в этих смоках. Игроки команды Galaxy Racer пытаются кого-то за смоками найти. Фику еще и Дизона проштрафил по хп. Может быть, еще кого-нибудь получится найти. Тут уже у нас еще и Снэч подходит. Там еще и хаешка пошла или что-то типа того. Райлен оформляет свой килл. Райлен оформляет дополнительный килл на ночь. Ну и в итоге у Джоэла у нас 8 хп. У Дискодопа он 57% хп. Райлен сейчас у нас еще уйдет за угол. Здесь еще и Снэч помогает. В итоге остается у нас только Джоэл, у которого есть скаут в руках, который сейчас как раз таки молик прокинет. Ну и здесь, возможно, Райлен как-то достаточно удачно выйдет. И это будет 8-й раунд для команды Go, учитывая то, что... ну хотя вот сейчас в этом матче возможно все. Тут сейчас может и Джоэл как-то затащить. Если даст какую-нибудь голову по Фурлуну, то будет достаточно интересный раунд. Мы можем с вами смотреть за противостоянием скаута и скаута. Но пока что Джоэл у нас благополучно перебегает на позицию Б. Причем в него никто не будет смотреть сейчас с КТ. То есть бомбу, как минимум бомбу он поставит. ГЛХФ как раз к себе пожелал. Говорит, ну, погнали. Так. Поехали. Снэча здесь же. Джоэл как раз таки на ноже. Опа. Ну, это здесь уже Снэч как раз таки займется. Хорош. Смачок подбирается. 8-й раунд для команды Go. И дальше смотрим. Чавси, ты серьезно? Да, я серьезно. Я серьезно. Дизон, да, я серьезно. Я серьезен как никогда. Да, друзья, давайте поменьше, наверное, спойлеров все же. Спойлеры это, конечно, замечательно, спойлеры это, конечно же, приятно. И прочие такие вещи. Поэтому... давайте обойдемся без них, наверное, да. Ну или поменьше. Поменьше хотя бы. В каких-нибудь, не знаю, в мега интересных раундах спойлеры не пишите. В каких-нибудь более-менее понятных раундах, не знаю, можете писать. Но все равно и очень сложно комментировать, модерировать. Время от времени еще с чатом общаться. Буду благодарен за понимание. Фику, пошла приемочка здесь уже. Ну и в итоге остается 2 человека у команды Galaxy Racer. Попытались они что-то нам продемонстрировать, но один игрок команды Go уже зарешал. Тут дальше в спине находится уже Райлен. И нужно будет сейчас придумать игроку команды Galaxy Racer, как выходить из ситуации. А ситуация тут достаточно тяжелая. И в одного человека, конечно, можно потащить. Сегодняшний этот матч и сегодняшняя карта Даст 2 нам это уже продемонстрировал. Но счет становится 9-9. И мы будем сейчас с вами продолжать смотреть за этим делом, учитывая то, что у команды Go есть функция выхода на 10-й раунд. Здорово, Спайер. Ну, только да. Так это, мастер, я никогда не понимаю людей в чате, которые типа из разряда «О господи, боже мой» и прочими такими вещами общаются. Вот. С модерами тут вообще тяжелая ситуация на самом-то деле. Я типа где-то 2 месяца комментировал турниры, у меня не было модерки еще. То есть тут, прикиньте, мы комментировали и модерок не было вообще. Не было модеров и у комментаторов не было модерок. Вы представляете, что было в чате просто? Хорошо то, что мы не застали времена школьниц-галышек каких-нибудь, потому что тут просто было бы по КД эти школьницы-галышки, и с этими вообще ничего ты не смог бы сделать. Вот. Короче, если что-то есть там по поводу никнеймов, какие-то претензии и прочие такие вещи, просто по-русски пишите. Это вот так вот произносится, это произносится вот так. У меня есть блокнот, вот. мои постоянные зрители знают, то, что я всегда с блокнотом в обнимку сижу. Говорите, что не так. Я себе в блокнот записываю, и все хорошо. Без всяких там типа, о господи, ты там странный чел, да как ты вообще там живешь в этой жизни, как ты там произносишь, и просто такие вещи. Сразу пишите, что не так, и все будет хорошо. Вот. Что за голые... Да там забейте тогда, ладно. Просто типа... Хотя нет, давайте после этого раунда мы про это с вами поговорим. В предыдущем раунде мы с вами про это поговорили, учитывая то, что да, у команды Galaxy Racer там был, ну, экономический раунд, и понятное дело то, что они, наверное, должны были отлететь, что, собственно говоря, произошло. Сейчас в этом раунде мы с вами сконцентрируемся на раунде, потом, возможно, про всякие вот эти телеграм-каналы поговорим. Хотя просто был телеграм-канал, который писал, вот, типа, вот там туда-сюда, и, соответственно, вот про этих школьниц. И это было постоянно, это было на многих каналах, и это был просто флут вот так вот стеной, и с этим, если бы не было модерки, вообще бы ничего нельзя было бы сделать. Дискодопл у нас как раз находится сейчас на миде с калашом. Смотрим, что у нас вообще в целом по оружию есть. У команды Go нету авика, да, у них есть как раз таки сейчас 2 ауга, это по сути вот единственное оружие, которое как-то на right-click. Остальные у них потом эвочки. Авик есть у команды Galaxy Racer. Это как раз Csgo. Здесь еще и Молик пошел фантастически. Реально выходит контролер. В 22 у нас находится Джоэл. Ну и Джоэл там уже был на грани смерти. Ну и пошла у нас хаешка. Принимает также у нас еще дополнительный игрока команды Го. Выходит как раз таки у нас Фурлан. И сейчас ему надо будет что-то здесь придумать. А он только придумает 1 килл. И в итоге Galaxy Racer сейчас себе могут еще и 10-й раунд забрать. Учитывая то, что Эго, ну, наверное, вряд ли куда-то пойдут. Хотя вроде как задумываются, но у них есть лишняя экономика, с помощью которой можно попытаться этот раунд затащить. Джоэл получает небольшой такой блайнд, но в итоге его не доконтролили. И он сейчас в случае чего просто зайдет в спину и будет перестреливать своих оппонентов. И будет достаточно тяжело здесь что-то продемонстрировать нам. И... Вот да, вот типа вот так вот. Голые, именно оно. Хорошо. Чаузи. Леман.
Trying to play as perfect as possible.
Unless your nickname is Doja.
Yeah, unless your nickname is Doja. Yeah, unless you're Gambit at the moment, apparently, because
No, even they don't like it's the X God. Like that's another level. We can't compare it to anything. It's the X God, but oh, Furlan, you're in for a really tough surprise, my friend. Even though he's gonna be able to drop one, even last the Dink onto the second. That's massive. And there's a second player towards the B side. Oh, Roland. This is his time for redemption, for last round. He need to find something, but somehow he's gonna fall without a kill again. And this makes it so tough. Statue actually goes for the crazy play through the molly with the sniper, but he's gonna miss the shot, and that's gonna cost him. Le Mans now left in a 1 versus 3. You know where Chelsea is. You know where one more of these players are, but Pleasant is gonna take you down 11 to 10. Ago. It's for me, it's just a miracle that they keep losing those rounds. Roland, he's not had the best time in the server in the past minutes.
Yeah, it's been very difficult for him the last 2 rounds. He's just not having fun. But I mean, that's it. They are just kills that you should be getting. You just really need to. We see the USPs. It's a full eco here from AGO. Jazzy should be able to find these kills when he peeks in too long. So AGO, they do like to go for this on their ecos.
If he peaks, and he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. So we do usually see this from AGO. They do like to go for this little bit of a long stack, and Galaxy Racer, they've already cleared out B. They know it is not there, and they will just be getting pretty much a free round. I wonder now the USP is going to be trying to run towards B, or if they're just going to hold and save. As silly as that may sound, saving the USPs, just not giving up any kills to Galaxy Racer, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to force them into the hunt, and maybe hopefully to take away a few rifles from there. But
oh, no silencer. Hello, Simpo.
No silencer. That's what that face actually accurately sums me up when I see people using, an unsilenced USB. That sound is just ungodly. It's just not made for ears. Like, you just, it sends chills down my spine. I just never, even thinking about it has me kind of quivering in my chair.
Yeah. It kind of sounds like, I can't even describe it. It kind of sounds like a gun shooting at, let's say, a frying pan, something like that. Or if you've put a shooting gun or kind of an explosive inside the frying pan and you've closed it, that's how it sounds like. It's like you're making popcorn, man, and that's a gun. That's why you don't use it. Like, Simple is the only man that can use this one and avoid the hate. But I mean, he can do pretty much whatever he wants. He created this game, so it's fair enough. But for now, it's gonna be Csgo, who try to look like they've created the CT side on those two, because things are not looking great for them so far, and they need to fight back. 12-10 now. Galaxy Racer, they've opened up their distance, looking quite comfortable and confident to close out the map. As Furlan, he might get taken down. Needs to be careful not to get caught off guard. I'm pretty sure he spotted Csgo. Here deploys the flash, tries to go for the fight. This flash is really good because he manages to tuck himself towards Scar. And the molly doesn't mean that he is going down, but Snatchy needs to help out his teammate. Lamont is going to drop these, and in the meantime, Snatchy dropping to the side. Oh, there's the flash, though. It's perfect. Fiku going down. Furlan, though, with one. Snatchy now needs to go huge with the AWP, and he does.
He finds that kill. Rallen gets one from tunnels. AGO win that round, and somehow they managed to win that round. Snatchy, he was on a glass cannon there, and he makes it work. He has to find two, and he's able to do so. It's a triple B setup. AGO, they knew that the B hit was coming, but even just hitting that shot onto Bless.
Nearly the collateral as well.
Nearly, yeah, they nearly line up. That was a very difficult shot to hit, but he's able to find it, and AGO, they stay within touch of distance now. Galaxy Racer, but what a start here for Chelsea. Leman will fall, he won't get in towards Pit. Fiku is the only man towards A for the moment. Snatch will be rotating over with that AWP. He's going to be boosted up onto the site. Chelsea needs to be careful. He's playing with fire there a little bit. I'm not too sure if he knows that the op is there. The molly is going to force Snatchy out. He could go down, manages to find the first, gets the tag onto Chelsea as well. He is tagged down low. Oh, look at this, the flash, the aggression here from AGO. They swing, Fiku finds a double. Furlan with one as well. And what a play that is from AGO. What a reactive round from the CT side, and it's going to get them back on level terms.
And you kind of bet so much on that. You bet so much on that if you're Csgo. We can see that they've completely left B, they've completely left middle, only to focus on that long fight. And that's huge, from start to end, from the collateral that Snatchy gets, even though it's not both kills. Gets one tags, one more to the red sector of HP, then the flash from him. So he kind of goes from the initial aggressor and the guy to get the opening kill on that long retake to the guy that assists with the flash. And the flash was absolutely perfect. There's nothing that Galaxy Racer could do. This is the first time that we actually see Csgo go for such kind of an aggressive reapproach, I would say, to regain some map control on those two. So that's the reason that Galaxy Racer weren't ready for it at all. Typically, we would just see the CT side fall back and try and use some Mewtwo to slow you down, but they get into your face and they manage to upset you, because right now Galaxy Racer have no money to smile.
Yeah, they have no money at all. And I don't know if you've seen that there. Not only was it the flashbang from Snatchy? There was actually 3 flashbangs. So AGO, they were peeking towards long, but they were chaining flashes as well. And Galaxy Racer, you're going to be looking just directly in there. Like, you are going to be blind for as long as possible. And all 3 flashes were perfect. That is just a fantastic re-aggression from AGO. Gets them back on level terms. Galaxy Racer, they call it a little bit of a tack timeout to discuss their options. And their options are fairly slim in this round. And partly that is because of the money situation. And this is a strange one. They're going to go for the Force. Well, Disco Doblin is going to go for a Deagle Armor.
I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, I feel like there was a moment of miscommunication there.
Yeah, I think so. That's definitely a misbuy. There's no way that he's...
Or he just went for the extra U2 and he's like, yeah guys, I'm gonna play the SMG or the pistol in the next one as well. I will have the extra utility for this one, just to try and make it count, and they do make it count! They actually do make it count. They get the bomb side with 2 opening kills. Sachi's gonna miss another, he's gonna fall. Not like that. Okay, it's gonna be like that. Yeah, that's unlucky. You know that. It's not a misbuy. We understand nothing, apparently.
Apparently so. I mean, Joel just runs and goes absolutely nuclear. He finds 3 kills, recovers a weapon, but goes down in the end. Plus walks through the smoke. Chazzy now on the up and off. He got to reload. Chazzy takes him down. What a round from Galaxy Racer. What a call. How has that worked out? I've absolutely no idea.
Imagine Disco Doblin calls that one. He's like, yeah, guys, go for the eco. I will buy myself a Digo and nades to 0, and we're gonna win the round.
I'm so confused there. Look at the money now. You know, it's not looking too great for AGO. Yeah,
you know that's how you lose maps. That's how you lose maps.
Because of rounds like that. Because of ridiculous calls like that.
Yeah, because of ridiculous plays from Ago like that. Like, okay, the go is good, but apparently Galaxy Racer, what do they go for? They go for a half buy rush B. Should you be allowing the pistols to get a double or a triple entry with a half buy rush towards B? Only pistols, not a single Mac 10 even. They didn't have a single mod as well. It was only smokes and flashes and Desert Eagles with P250s. Not even armor. I feel like it was only Chelsea and Disco Doppler who had armor, and you lose this round if you're Ago, and you lose it dominantly, even though you find kills in the end. In the moment that they get the bomb down and they kill 2 players, only one of you has gotten a kill.
They molly towards tunnels and then they smoke. There's only 1 player there and he's not even playing in the B site. Furlong was actually like playing from the window position. There was 3 players towards B early on. Technically, if you want to think about it, there's 2 towards B and then there was 1 towards middle. But for some reason, early on in the round, there was 2 people looking towards middle and Furlong was playing around the doors. They give up the site for nothing and they lose the round. That one is very questionable in my opinion. Now AGO, they have an eco, they push through tunnels, they push through mid, but Galaxy Racer, they're already on the A bomb site. This should be a 14th round for them. Deezen should be able to mop up these kills, just needs to find Snatchy, as he is just going to be hiding. Deezen should be very aware that this should be a possibility. Never mind. Snatchy at least gets an 8k for his team, but the round's already over. It's Galaxy Racer getting on to 14. It's the next round that AGO are playing for, but I mean, I think Galaxy Racer might have just done enough to win the map.
At this point, I feel like they deserve it. Like, if you lose around like in the game, you deserve to lose, in my opinion. Like, I went for Ago. I felt like they might have won this one even 2-0 for the entire series, but after losing Crown like that, you don't really deserve to win the map.
No, I completely agree. I mean, if you lose that kind of round, Galaxy Racer, this is theirs to lose now. We see Snatchy with the op holding towards mid already. Chalsy's got out long. He's used that smoke to his advantage, gets close to the long corner. And, well, AGO, they fall away. They're going to play from the sights here. And they are going to just play a little bit passive. Galaxy Racer now are going to make their way out towards long. I believe it is Snatchy that is going to be left alone on the A site for now. Instead, he's going to double up short with Le Mans. They're going to take a little bit of map control. AGO actually rotate towards B, so they're expecting a B play here. The fake from Pleasant is just keeping them preoccupied. And not a lot of information here for AGO. They push towards short. They don't see an awful lot, so they don't really have too much of an idea. But what could harm them is the position of Pleasant. If he decides to walk up short now and get a kill onto Le Mans, this round could be over.
Yeah, but look at the push towards tunnels. Actually, I go have a pretty decent read on what's happening, and they should be able to know that there is someone lurking around middle, around short. That's the reason that they're going so aggressive. Now they need to find a skill. That's a free kill, and now they know. They know the entirety of the Galaxy Racer team is towards that long area. We see the molly to slow them down a bit more, and in the moment that the execute comes through, there's gonna be 5 players towards short. Well, let me correct myself. One of them is gonna drop over towards CT, but they're more than ready for this one. Roland just giving Deezen a bit of a friendly tap here, but Agio, they have a 5 versus 4 chance of a retake. The problem factor is Joel towards bit with the AWP. They need to win the initial fights, and Disco Doppling, he's going to drop one. Le Mans with one more though with Snatchy. And now Chelsea needs to step up once again. We've seen him do it before, but he's going to leave Joel when the 1 versus 3 bomb is planted for him. But they're going to push him. And by the looks of it, they know exactly where he is. Fiku is going to land the shot. Agio, they get to live another day.
Yeah, that's a good recovery from Ago after a really disappointing round. It was a good reaction to push into tunnels. They had 3B, they didn't see anything, they reacted perfectly. And Galaxy Racer, they're just a little bit slow there. I mean, if they actually just go a little bit quicker, they probably actually win that round. We could then see the mid lurk come alive. If the smokes just go down for the cross, they fully commit to it, but nevertheless they wait a little bit too long and they get punished. Now we see Snatchy opening things up with an op shot towards mid. It's Chelsea to fall. It's got Oplin flashed off the angle towards long now. And well, Galaxy Racer, they're not going to get a trade on their player to go down. Eventually now they will, and it will be Snatchy to fall. So a 1-for-1 is always going to favour Galaxy Racer. The nade doing a little bit of damage, not an awful lot. It's Fiku though getting towards short. That will drop Deezen. He's going to now fall away. Now they have the man advantage. They can just play from a little bit further back. It's Galaxy Racer that have to do really all the work, and Pleasant won't be able to find anything with that push towards short.
Roland and Fiku going for the double setup towards middle. It might not help in this scenario though, as Galaxy Racer have focused elsewhere. They're gonna try and abuse short, something that they haven't been trying a whole lot of times, which on this too is quite, I would say that that's not really normal. Like, we don't see that happening every day, because these I think they've played short like what, 2 times. This might be their 3rd, which is not a lot, but they will be grounded the bomb plant if not anything else. Ago once again deciding to go for these kind of controlled retakes, something that we saw from Galaxy Racer as well in the first half, just allowing the T's to get the side, but nothing more than that. You kind of have CT and long, and Fiku. Oh, look at how quiet he was. Joel didn't have a single idea that this is a possibility, and now Pleasant, it's a miracle that he doubles down here and makes it possible for Disco Doppler. The 1 versus 2, he can't afford to miss a single shot, and he's gonna be able to go for the recovery shot onto Le Mans. Fiku now in the 1 versus 1 taps the bomb, tries to bait out the peek, but Disco Doppler, he's played this one to perfection. There's not enough time for Fiku. Disco Doppler, he's done it. Galaxy Racer up to 15. What a round. Another one that Ago shouldn't be losing.
Oh, and dead to the bomb as well. Nobody survives for Ago. Look, their money, it's in the bin. This is Galaxy Racer's map. I'm just saying it now. It's already over. Yeah. Chalk it. We're going over to Vertigo and Galaxy Racer.
You lose it 2v4.
Yeah, I mean that's just not only do you lose the 2v4, the eco round as well. Like that I've seen enough. In my opinion, you don't deserve to win the map if that's happening.
It's devastating that they're actually playing really, really good until the point that they just do one mistake, one huge mistake that makes it seem really bad. But before that, or in rounds, in the other rounds, they're actually looking really good. I feel like if it wasn't for Ago to do these mistakes, this might have been a pretty comfortable win for them.
Yeah, like there's just a few too many mistakes here for me. Snatchy 5-2 in duels against Chalsey, so he's winning the majority of the fights with that AWP. We can see now, what do we have really to work with? I believe there is a FAMAS on Fiku. So a FAMAS on Fiku, double Scout, Snatchy and Furlan. And I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. The aggression here towards Short and Fiku, he's already going to push up now. I believe there's a player holding. Fiku has been spotted out. He'll be lucky to get back here. And he is a very lucky boy not to go down. If that FAMAS is taken out of the round, that's probably it over and done with. Galaxy Racer, they're being very slow in this one. They're not wanting to give away anything for free. Instead, it would be Ago to make all of the aggressions. We see a re-aggression now towards Short. Disco Doppelin spotted out over the top of that smoke, but instead Galaxy Racer are going to make their way out long, and Disco Doppelin doing a very good job of just faking. Ooh. Lovely shot from Snatchy though.
That's a nice opening. That's the AWP out of the round as well for Galaxy Racer. And now the 5v4. The problem is what happens when the AKs get up close. Pleasant is actually going to pick up this AWP. Snatchy still on the scout, and they're going up close, but there goes Deezen on the triple kill. And that's the thing that you can't counter. That's the thing that pretty much seals the deal. Roland left in the 1 versus 4. Map number 1 is going to be going in favor of the Galaxy Racer, ladies and gentlemen, after the mistakes that Ago made in these 2 rounds. It ends up causing them. Galaxy Racer are going to be able to close out map number 1. Of course, we're going to be heading into a short break, but we're going to be right back in just a couple of minutes with Vertigo to see if Galaxy Racer are going to get to live another day and disqualify Ago from the tournament, or to see if Ago are going to be able to force a decider. Stay tuned.
Are you ready to experience the next step in esports entertainment? Don't just watch the game. Become a part of it. Make predictions, compete against others, win prizes. Stream cards. Sign up for the closed beta now.
see Galaxy Racer, they're committing to a retake on the pistol before the bomb has even gone down. It's worked out because we used the last hill up. Of course, they'll be filled full of confidence after taking just 2, 16, 13, a few mistakes from Ago. They'll be hoping not to repeat history in that sense, and they'll be hoping not to repeat history. The last time these guys played, Galaxy Racer won 2-1 in the end, I believe. I believe that was in Blast Rising over a month ago. But Ago now out for a little bit of revenge, and if they do not get it on this map, they will be eliminated from the Spring Sweet Spring.
Yeah, absolutely. And essentially what I was gonna say for the piss around, I love when the CTs get the retake going before the bomb has even been planted, right? I absolutely love it because you kind of catch the T's off guard, you catch them out of position, and look at that. Now, Ago, they want for the eco, but of course, it still doesn't make the fact that Chelsea has for so deep less impressive. Galaxy Racer onto a really good start, of course, unless they lose to armorless P250s, which shouldn't be happening anytime soon, but the young guns on the Galaxy Racer side are looking confident, and they're looking like they want to survive another day. We actually said that Galaxy Racer have gotten their only win so far in the Spring Sweet Spring because Hyenas couldn't play their game. So this is going to be their first win in the server, and it does make him a bit more motivated, I feel like, because they realize, okay, we've kind of just played 2, we lost them, and now we get a chance to win 1 and get ourselves in the 2-2 bracket, which is a chance that not a lot of teams get.
Yeah, no, it's not. A lot of teams, they don't get a chance to, keep going and be alive on day number 4. As you see Chawsey just getting really aggressive. The flashes are good in the MP9. Farms a good bit of cash, and another MP9 on Pleasant will drop Rallen. This buy round for Ago, the first buy round, has not worked out. Furlan has absolutely no idea that Pleasant is going to be still facing off that angle. He thinks that he's repositioned towards CT. Snatchy now has got behind 2 players, and this is trigger discipline at its finest. Looking for more, but we'll have to deal with only 1. So now they know where he is. He's got 1 kill. The name of the game for Snatchy here is damage. No way that he's going to win the round. The bomb's down. Galaxy Racer are in control of it. And yeah, as you were saying,
no way, you say.
No way, absolutely no way.
This is how rounds like that become really nice. Okay, throw that in the bin. Forget that. I was like, yeah, there is no way that he wins it, but every single time that someone is in a situation like that and has AK with full HP, I'm like, yeah, they're just gonna go full gold mode right now, and this is how decent highlights are made. But yeah, forget about that. When you look at it though, Ago actually on a really tough start. Like, you get only 1 kill into your first buy round. I mean, you got pretty much the same in your eco, and you didn't invest anything, and now you need to go for another half buy. Yeah, this time it's a bit better than last. You have some armors, you have some Deagles, but help.
I don't think so. We see here now Disco Optimum and Pleasant, they're in really good positions to deal with these pistols. Not any util on the east side, so never mind. Furlan and Leman. And I mean, that's just the danger, that's just the ability that Ago have in their line of D's and falls as well. It's down to Chawsey and Joel. Joel has a little bit of a flank here, so he might be good for something. Drops the AK out of Furlan's hands. Now Chawsey, he's made a step. Rallen spot out. Leman, with the Ferrari peak there. BQ tag down low. At least Joel is making it a little bit competitive. He's done a good chunk of damage, and he's made the correct read here. He's heard them running towards A. He knows that's exactly what's going on, but it's going to be difficult now for him to clutch this one out. The bomb is planted for CT. There's only 2 players here. He's mollied out for the moment, but he still has a chance.
Yeah, on paper he does. If he gets this 1 kill, the player on headshot is low. Oh, and he has a molly, but VQ times the peak, right? And that answers the question. Is it gonna make it any different that when they have the armors and the Deagles? Well, apparently it will, because they find 4-1Ds, and just like that, Joe is the only player that gets to shoot a bullet in this round from the CT side. So they didn't even give Galaxy Racer a chance in this one. I don't feel like this was a misplay from Galaxy Racer, as much as it was just a sick round for Mago.
Yeah, it was just pure skill and ability with the Eagles there, really, that won them the round, that got them across the line, and that's their first T round on the board. They needed to get it, but it's no good winning the round if you're going to lose the next.
He's playing with a gut?
He finds... What, a gut knife? Yeah. Nah, we're not a fan of that.
Decent, bro. What?
We'll let him know.
I would give him my knife to play with in officials, like, unless he wants to play with this ugly, like, something that I can't even call a knife.
Oh, the boost there. Joel going for the boost with an op. It's not actually too often you do see the op boosted up from that angle, from that position. And he makes it work. 2-man advantage now. And AGO, if they lose this round, that spells trouble.
Yeah, everything that they won in their last one with the Eagles is just gonna go in the bin. And now they will have to deal with a 2-man disadvantage situation where they're really separated as well. Like, okay, you are going towards the ramp area, you have one player ready for sure, but you need to have proper spacing in this scenario, otherwise refrags aren't going to be a possibility. And at this point, refrags aren't even going to be good for you. You need to find the opening kills. There's the grenades, there's the smokes, and the molly. Joel tagged down to 72 by the Molotov, but he's just going to push even further towards short. Csgo Dublin whiffing the shots though, and that's going to give them a second chance, but Blessin is going to take down Furlong, leaving Clement and Rollin 2 versus 5 clutch. Csgo Dublin, it's a miracle that you're still alive there. He's probably going to go down to the bomb, but okay, forget that. Timing is the B word.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, Csgo Dublin was bailed out there by his team. Getting that kill, getting the spam through the smoke from Pleasant there, that bailed him out big time because he had a great opportunity to get a kill and he fluffed it. And I mean, he absolutely whiffed so hard, but I mean, he comes back, he reacts then, he gets the last kill in the round, his teammates do a job for him, and well, 4-1, Galaxy Racer now open up a 3-round lead. We see Ago with the AKs in hand. We're going to see a little bit of a default here early on, and actually we're going to see 3 players make their way out towards mid. Pleasant opening things up once again, and it is a kill early on with the op. They're not expecting Csgo Dublin in this position, but a trade frag comes in from Snatchy. The damage has been done here. Pleasant's going to go on the re-aggress.
Find one refrag towards middle, but to what avail? Like, you've lost 3 in the process, and now FIQ and Le Mans, they need to step up. Le Mans needs to find this kill. 100% he will. And that actually gives them a chance. Now, Deezen, do you check below yourself? Do you check for... I don't think he does. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, he did. Timing was pretty much everything, but Le Mans continued to find frags. The problem is that he doesn't have the bomb here, and he needs to go and retrieve that. He's going to be hurt and probably taken down by Pleasant. So 5-1 Galaxy Racer continue to look really dominant. Not even a bomb plant now for the T side, and it's tactical timeout number 1.
Yeah, I mean, it had to come sooner or later for AGO. Not surprised that we're seeing the attack now. Looking at the money, probably just a halfway. I mean, they're saving for the next round. Go for maybe a little bit of a set play somewhere on the map with a few Tech 9s and a few Deagles. But so far, so good for Galaxy Racer. Haven't really put a foot wrong. Joel and Pleasant, they're on the double up as well. They both have 8 kills, so causing problems. AGO, they really need to work on getting the advantage and not giving it away. We've seen in that last round, they give away the opening kill towards mid. There's no chance of a refrag. And then the round even before that, it was a kill towards B, and there was no chance of a refrag. So they need to sort out their spacing. They need to try and just stick together. At least if they're going down, get something out of it, because other than that, Galaxy Racer will make you pay, and they will just keep closing out the rounds, and sooner or later it will get away from you, and we could be saying goodbye to AGO in the Spring Sweet Spring.
Whoa, you're really harsh with them. Give them a second chance.
A quick glance up to the kill feed, though, I knew what it was, but it looked like it was instant. In the exact same instant that he shot. Let's have a look at that again.
Look at that.
Boom.
Look at that. And he shoots between them. Like, it's no chance that they're not even close to each other. There's no chance that he gets a collateral. And I'm like, whoa.
It's like that film, what was it, Wanted, you know, when they curved the bullet? Yeah. It's like that, but not so much. It was just
you know, these retro American movies with the cowboys. You know, this is something else. So who was it? It was Joe. Joe is a cowboy. He's just a modern day one.
He's just a cowboy. Where's his Jules Berettas? Where's his Yee-Haws? If he is a cowboy,
he's like Bugs Bunny. You know, he can tell the bullet where to go. He's like, yo, to the left. Yeah, okay.
Well, he'll be telling the bullet where to go in this round. It'll go directly into Le Mans' head to start things off. We see a little bit of aggression from Furlan as he plays around the smoke, and there's a lovely double kill from Ago. Now Joel is in a little bit of a spot of bother, has to retreat. Doesn't need to continue to face, as we are going to see Decent just scare away a little bit of that A aggression for the moment. 45 seconds, AGO have a lot of time to work with, but they have mini ramp control, and Furlan's going to walk through the smoke. Decent's not going to be ready. Now it's down to Joel and Blessing, the double off the hole. Joel gets the first, jumps up, spots nothing else. Oh, lovely shot onto Ral, and it's into a 2v2, which is onto the side. Blessing hits the no-stroke headshot. Furlan, black, alive. He has 32 HP, a lot of damage being done there. Gets the first kill into the 1v1, swaps over to the op, and now he's going to go with the pistol.
I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows Joe is out.
I don't think
he
so.
He has no idea.
Joel knows where he is, and he hits the shot. What a round from Galaxy Racer.
Blessing is a madman. Blessing is absolutely mad. What is this guy on? How do you go for something like that? Of course you go for a tactical timeout if you're Ago. But what do you anti-strat? You anti-strat just Joe getting a 3k and Blessing jumping through the smoke and going for a no-scope through the box. Is that what you anti-strat? Look at that. Look at that guy. Look at that guy.
Oh my.
How do you expect that? That's what people in premium do.
It's literally
That's
like
insane.
face it like that. What is that? Just it works. I mean, if it works, it works, and the double ops hold. And it's Plesson and Joel once again. You know, 13-2, 9-3. They're having some first half of vertigo. Looking now at the money of AGO. Yes, they've max loss bonus coming up. That's okay, but they have nothing to work with in this round. Last time they had Deagles, they made Galaxy Racer pay. They're going to need to repeat history. Oh, they did. Oh.
Yeah, I love how committed they are to not allowing Kago to even get the bomb plant. That's the reason that essentially Pleasant jumps like that. He doesn't want to give them the chance to go for the plant. In the end, they got it, but you know, I love the aggression. I love the fact that in the normal scenario, Aga would expect Galaxy Racer to just wait it out. It's a 2 versus 2, not run through smokes, just stay behind, allow them to get the plant, and then play the retake, right? But they go, nah, we're thinking out of the box. We're just gonna start the retake through the smokes before you've even planted, and in the following up round, we're gonna delete you as we've done for most of the game so far. That's 8-1.
Yeah, it's 8-1. And I mean, just speaking of that, just to talk about it for a moment, I wonder how much of an effect that the game yesterday that Ago had. They played 2 best of 3s yesterday. The first one was against MIBR. They won 2-0. But they were also playing in Premier in the playoffs. Of course, that is going to be their main focus. They got to win against 4s. And you just wonder, you know, is that playing an effect? You know, they were playing till what I think the game finished about 9 o'clock last night. It's not too late, yes, but you've absolutely
And you have an early game today as well.
Yeah, you've no time to prepare for this game, and I wonder, is that a factor? And you know, of course, Ago's main focus is going to be Premier. Like, I mean, they're in the upper bracket final. They'll be playing that against Sinners. That's going to be their next their top priority. But I mean, I wonder how much is this affecting this Ago side. I'm not too sure. And I take nothing away from Galaxy Racer.
I feel like Galaxy Racer are doing a sick job.
They are, yeah, no, they are. They've been absolutely perfect here on Vertigo. Yeah, Dust 2 was a lot closer than this, but I just wonder, you know, maybe that has to be something to do with it.
Yeah. Just thinking about the only round that Galaxy Racer have lost so far on Vertigo was against an Eco. So
Yeah.
that's just one single mistake that you make. Apart from that, you're just perfect. Another buy round, another man advantage. I feel like this is maybe the best Galaxy Racer that me and you have casted. And we've casted a fair amount of their games, but this is the best that they've looked here on Vertigo against Ago. Like, speaking about them looking good against a decent opposition. Look at that play from Disco Dublin. This is such a smart one. They have no idea. No one is going to be turning around. He gets himself at least 2. This smoke is going to make it quite awkward, but he can just walk through it and they're not going to be able to read it. Look at 1, 2. Does he get a third? No, he doesn't, but 2 is enough because he gets the info as well. He probably knows that number 4 is there as well. He's not going to be alone with the bump over towards B, so now Galaxy Racer could go for a bit of a stack. We can see that 3 players are here, of course. Pleasant still left towards B, just to make sure, but this is going to be nearly impossible for them to win. Roland needs to go huge here. There's the smoke towards Con. They're going to try to allow themselves to go for a bomb plan, but there's just so much utility on the CT side, tapping the bomb for a second time, trying to bait out the D's. But Dizon is going to get the kill. Dizon is even going to spray transfer onto the second. And there you have it. 9-1, no bomb plan once again. And you know what no bomb plan means? No cash.
No bomb plant, no party, and one
No
play.
peas.
No peas, no
No
cash, no cheddar, whatever you want to call
No
it.
green.
Looking at that, I mean, are you surprised that we see another Ago timeout? Not really.
Nah, I feel like they need him. At this point, Ago are having a really tough start here. And they've only won an eco. Like, it's not even a buy round that they've won, so we can say, yeah, potentially you can maybe try and come back into this because we saw something good. Nah, we haven't seen a lot of good stuff. Like, these rounds aren't even that close. Like, even the rounds that are close, again, they seem under the control of Galaxy Racer most of the time. Look at that. Joe has 9 AWP kills out of a total of 16 kills in the last 10 rounds.
That's absolutely insane. He's just
That's some Searson type stats.
16 and 2. I mean, he's just having fun, and you know, he's not being contested at all. Once again, we see Ago, they go for a bite. He's actually getting aggressive this time with the Galil. He's not on his weapon of choice in this round, and it's really been a terrible game for him so far. He's 2-11. Chozzy will go down here to Le Mans, so at least that's 1 kill back for Ago, but they need to get up onto the site. There's still 2 players here defending. Joel with the op as well. Disco Doplin towards short. Disco Doplin will be dealt with by Rallen, but Plesson now is rotated in, gets the first, won't hit the second. Into a 3v3 we go, and Joel, that's a little bit uncharacteristic of him, missing a shot. Plesson won't miss that time, but Fiku at least gets the trade. Deason into the 1v2. He has the kit, he has the smoke, he has the flash. Can he do it?
Surely they take this one, right? Surely they win this one. Deason trying to collect as much utility as he finds on the floor. Deploys the smoke onto the bomb, but he can't really stick it. He needs to find at least one, and Fiku is going to drop him finally. Ago win their first buy round in round number 11 of the game. But, you know, even though the Pinnacle odds are a bit harsh, it's good that they managed to win one. Now, if they build up to that, if they build on from here, they can actually try and maybe win 4 or 5 rounds on the D side, which I think they're going to be quite happy with. I think they can work with, but still it's going to be a really tough task.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult now. I mean, they can possibly getting a 9-6. We see the aggression here from Disco Dublin, though. He gets the first kill. Oh, on the retreat, pulls out a nade. He was nagging. There's still 2 players here, 3 players in fact. Furlan walking through the smoke right into Pleasant's crosshair.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, I mean, this... control here. On the CT side.
Yeah. The thing is that every single one of these Galaxy Racer players is finding their kills. Look at that. It's what, minute 44 where he finds that one? Joe is gonna double up. And this is a half buy, of course, with one hero AK in the hands of Roland, or a hero Galileo, pardon. But all of the kill searches going in the way of Galaxy Racer, these rounds aren't even close, and it's not like Csgo haven't invested anything into this one. Yeah, it's not a full buy, but still you have something. And you're just not able to do any damage whatsoever. And we were thinking, okay, they win a second round. If they manage to build up onto 4, I don't really feel like 4 is a possibility anymore, because now you're going to be 11-2 down. You need to win the 2 last rounds. And so far, you haven't been able to show us that you're even close to winning a round at this point. Galaxy Racer, they look unstoppable. I'm really impressed by their CT side so far.
Yeah, this has been absolutely superb. I mean, looking at how dominant it has been, you see Rallen trying to go for a refrag, but it's just Joel again. I mean, he's just full of confidence. He's just holding, peeking into angles, hitting every shot, and Snatchy, he's 2 for 12. And, you know, he's usually the player that is top fragging for AGO, but, like, he's not been given the opportunity here on Vertigo. Maybe CT side will bring something different, but, I mean, this T side has been anything but pleasant for him. Anything but pleasant for him.
Yeah, I was.
Did you like that one? Yeah.
I was about to say it, by the way. I was about, when you said it, that's instantly what my mind locked into, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna say it. But I'm starting to like the way that I influence you.
You're ruining me. that's it.
Some might say I'm an influencer, but
True.
Not like an Instagram influencer. I'm influencing people to have bad sense of humor. But in the meantime, Le Mans is going to be influencing Josie to go out of the round. He's going to dispatch him. Man advantage for Csgo. It's not a lot of times where we've seen that actually happen, and now let's see if they're going to be able to convert it into a round victory. As they slow things down, go for the boost. Joe, yet not aggressive towards short. But at least not going to go for a deeper angle. They're just holding. They hope that Galaxy Racer will walk into them at this point. We can see Roland lining up the flash. There it goes. It's gonna flash the secondary player towards the back of the side, and now D's needs to step up. He is gonna fall though, Pleasant as well. And suddenly, Csgo, a 3rd round doesn't seem that far-fetched.
No, that's a really good round there from Csgo. It's something different as well that we haven't really seen from them. Going for a B play. And, well, Joel is still alive.
Oh no, he wants to go for it. Look at him, look at him.
Not. He's got a lot of util as well. Fiku's going to be peeking him. He actually just misses him completely on the timing. And, well, has a molly, throws it over, spots out Fiku now. Fiku doesn't want to play too much. He doesn't want to doesn't want to get too aggressive. You don't want to test Joel, not in this scenario anyway. But flank here, Fiku will take him down. And an op is going to be saved for Le Mans. So we are going to see Snatchy on an op for the last round of the half. And,
is this the first time?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I mean, if he has, let's be real, if he has had it, we haven't noticed it because he's 2-14. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
good point.
Yeah, so I mean, you look at the odds there; they're heavily in favor of Galaxy Racer. If you want to check them out, you can head over to teb.gg/odds. You can sign up with our great partners at Pinnacle. You can use code SPRING21 for a €20 deposit bonus, and when you bet €20, you'll get €20 back. So definitely do take advantage of that, as once again Pleasant is going to be taking advantage of AGO, as he will get the kill onto Fiku. He'll get the opening towards B and put the Polish side on the back foot once again.
Furlong still holding towards bottom ramp, and Galaxy Racer are gonna go for the reaggression. One kill isn't enough for them, they want more, and we can see Disco Doppler trying to find something on top of the smoke. Josie as well toying with the idea, he's even gonna go for the widest peak possible, but does he realize that Furlong is on his right hand side and he's gonna get caught by the AWP? Snatchy finally showing us something from himself in this first half, but they will still need to deal with this man, Joe. He's been the big troublemaker for the Ago side, and they need to dispatch him here. Joe going for a bit of an aggressive angle. They should know where he is, but this Doppler is going to drop Lemon. They're going to go for it, and Snatchy's not even going to wait for his teammate to come in from behind. He's going to peek in and take down Joe, and this might be a 4th round for the Ago side, but they still need to make this 4 versus, or rather 3v3 work, but Snatch is going to find a kill through the smoke. Now Pleasant with everything to do, good for a 1, but not quite for the second. A bit of a wild spray there, as Disco Doppler is going to be left to 1 HP and no chances as well.
No chance. The bomb isn't planted here. He doesn't have a kit though, so that's a huge problem. Snatch is going to swing out. He's going to go down. Oh, I believe there for a second. But 11-4 is going to be the score. And I mean, we were saying that, you know, Snatchy, once he got onto the op, he might actually have a little bit more impact. And well, you seen what he can do with it there. He gets 3 kills.
He doubled his kills.
Yeah, double it and some as well. So, you know, 11-4 though, I'm looking at that. And it's just not a pretty scoreline. Galaxy Racer going over onto the T side. You would completely expect them to just close this one out and eliminate AGO from the event. But anything can happen, and we'll see how the pistol turns out.
Anything can happen. It's Christmas. So, let's see. Pistol round out is really important. Ago need to absolutely win this one if they want to have any relative chances. And Galaxy Racer, they go for the standard mid to B, but Fiku goes for the standard 1-2. And that gives them a chance here. At least the 4 versus 3. The big problem is that they don't have a defuse kit, which I'm not too sure that I'm a big fan of having a pistol round without a single piece of U2 or defuse kit, because it makes it really tough now. You need to be really quick on the retake, but Snatch is gonna find a kill. Furlong is gonna double up, and Pleasant left all alone. Okay, all right.
That quick enough for you?
Yeah. I feel like that might be enough.
Yeah,
Like a bit off, but yeah, it does the job.
Yeah, you have to feel though, like if I do completely agree with you there. So if Fiku doesn't get 2 there, that's just Galaxy Racer like if Fiku goes down here and does like that's the round, I'd have to feel, you know, it's a 5v4 retake. It's a little bit more awkward. You know, you're running into the site, they're gonna have crossfires really everywhere, and like you've no flashes, you've no smokes to break it up. You have to get in there quick and fast. So I mean, yes, I do agree with you, but Ago, it works out that time. Joel is 6-0 in duels against Furlong, so I mean, I'm not too shocked by that stat. I'd say his duel stats for everyone are pretty ridiculous. We see a trade kill come in there as Galaxy Racer keep it level, and it will be Pleasant to find it. Needs to be a little bit careful here. The smoke is gonna just obscure his vision, and the damage done there by Furlong. Pleasant a little bit lucky to be still alive in the round, but Galaxy Racer looking to get at least a bomb plant out of this force.
Yeah, and you still have the AK in the hands of Josie. I mean, he's not the player with the armor or with the head armor, but there is the AK, which means there is this headshot potential, and Roland decides he doesn't want to take this fight. He can just give them the bomb site for free. And oh no, that's a problem. That's a big problem. That's double trouble. Josie with the double kill here, and Lemon and Furlong, do you even go for this one, or you just fall back and save? You know what? You're not gonna be able. You're just gonna get hunted.
Well,
is it GG?
I'm thinking so. I mean, See now, Le Mans gets a double. He has no kit though. Chalsey's going to continue to swing. I mean, he's full of confidence. Why not? The Shadow's going to give him away. He still wins the fight. What a round from Chelsea. He didn't even need the head armor. Nobody hit him in the head. He just hit every single shot. 12-5, 4 rounds away from taking Ago's map pick very convincingly. And I mean, look at the money. Look at the odds. Just, I mean, 17.54. They just absolutely fly up. That is a ridiculous price, and I mean, you can understand it. I don't see a way back for Ago here unless they can pull off a Deagle round. If they lose this, I think it's GG.
Yeah, it should be. Like, you lose this one, you're down 13-5, you go for an eco, so 14-5, and yeah, we know how these ones typically end. So, you need to try and make the Deagles work, which so far isn't going your way. Chelsea with another opening, and Furlong tag down to 7 HP. Chelsea continues to be curious towards short. Ikudo, that's a nice headshot there. Does he realize that there's one more player on his left? Because Chelsea, he hears him right now, and Deezen is going to drop Snatchy, which will deny any mid presence and aggression from the Ago side. No information now. They need to reposition themselves, and guess what? Roland, he's just going to be walking straight into the AKF Pleasant. Still alive, but heavily tagged. Same for Furlong. This round should be pretty much done.
And the save call, yeah, understandably. I mean, AK and Galil out of a round like that, that's not a terrible result for them.
Do you go for another force on the back of the two rifles? Or you allow Galaxy Racer to get up to 14? That's the question for me, because typically you wouldn't go for the force in a scenario like that. With
I
this
think so.
money, with that being such an early round and a half, but apparently it might be an early round and a half, but it's a late round in the game, so you kind of go for the investment, right?
Yeah, I think you force here. I really do. 13-5, I think, like, okay, if it's a little bit later.
Because they can drop MP9s as well. Like,
yeah.
You can pretty much have a half decent, let's say, buy. Because if you go for the eco, it's really optimistic.
Yeah, we are going to see the force here. Le Mans is buying up. I mean, yeah, it's now or never. It's do or die. I think 14-5 is way too much to come back from. You know, if you're giving it up for free, at least you have a fighting chance in this round. But I mean, Le Mans is the only person buying. What? I'm confused.
They kind of maybe wanted to have 3 players on armor that are able to do some damage, and then make sure that no matter what happens in this round, they're able to buy in the next. But it might not matter. Fiku is gonna find a double, Furlong with 1 as well, and the 2 versus 4, just like that. And you blink and you miss it. In a matter of seconds, it's every single Galaxy Racer player out of the round.
Yeah,
I go win it.
I'm not a fan of that round from Galaxy Racer at all. They were way too fast. There's no reason to be playing that quick up the ramp at all. You just need to take it slow there. You know that there's going to be either a weak buy. There's the saved rifles, or it's going to be a weak buy. You probably know that AGO are going to be playing aggressive. There's no reason for you to play aggressive as well there. You need to just kind of slow it down, take that round in your stride. What they've been doing so far, like what they've done on their T side, is that they've played it slow usually, and usually they do it against gun rounds. Just do it in that round as well, and they probably actually get a result out of it. But instead, AGO, they still won away. Galaxy Racer, they have to call a timeout. And I mean, 13-6, surely it's not a way back for them. I don't think it will be. I don't think it's going to matter too much. But those are the kind of mistakes that you just need to not be making.
Yeah, because, you know, you make this mistake once, okay, but if you make it twice, if on the back of this round you end up losing this as well, it might be Ago closing out the distance, which, again, there is a long way to go for them if they want to do that, but it's really not impossible. Like, it's never over until you see 16 on the board for the other team. So Still, Ago with some chances. They have a pretty decent buy round. AWP for rifles, utility looking great, defuse kits as well. And Galaxy Racer going for the Force with the 2 AKs and the 2 Deagles and the Pit 50. The problem is what happens to Ago if they lose a round like that. And I will tell you, full reset mode. So they will need to hold on to that, but there is going to be a double peak, the boost, and yeah, Furlan isn't ready for that. Shows you with a really nice angle and man advantage for the T's.
Yeah, man advantage for the T's. They need to find Beaker on the B site. He will hold, but the trade is good for Galaxy Racer. We see Le Mans trying to do as much damage as possible, but Chelsea comes out on top of that exchange. Rallen here now will at least make it a small bit more favourable for his Ago side. But, I mean, they're locked out. The smokes are in. That nade actually. Oh no, Joel. Oh no, you've given the team a chance back into this. Rallen takes down Blessing and. Yeah, just cute. This circus music there. That's what that is. A clown fiesta.
Why do you need to say that? Don't be so harsh on him,
bro. He's played unbelievable throughout the whole game, and he does that. Oh my god. Let's have a look at it again. And look, Pleston's just like looking at him like, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's just been like, well, how did you die? You know, that's Ago back in the game. We were laughing at it, but this mistake here, this loss 3 versus 2, or rather 4 versus 2, is actually Ago back in the game.
Oh
because
no.
now, it's only 1 kill. Don't worry.
Oh no!
Oh my!
What is happening?
Bless him.
What is happening?
He just doesn't want to go down to the gun. He's like, nah, this shit I'm out.
Oh my god.
Did you see the way that he just fell over?
If I don't see attack in the next round from Galaxy Racer and a big regame, I'm gonna lose my mind. What is going on? They've lost full. They've literally lost full composure. They are gone. Like, what has happened? Chelsea and Disco Doppelin, they're in a 2v3. Yes, it's not over and done with, but man.
You know, they're absolute legends if they just fall back and jump out of the map.
That definitely.
Okay, that's better.
Chance. This is a lot better.
Yeah. What happens now if they actually go for the wrap and they kill them on? Or, they're gonna go towards A, but going in from CT. Oh. Okay. That gives you a chance, because now, no matter where they go, they're gonna have a 2v1. And it's all timing. Rallen, though, is holding a really nice angle, and when this Kudoplin is the first one to walk in, yeah, there's a straight headshot. And now Chelsea, he should have no chances whatsoever, and Rallen is gonna take him down. That's gonna be 8 on the board for Ago, only 5 away from leveling things up. I want to see a replay of that sad fall.
Joe. Thank you very much. If I don't see attack in this round, I mean,
yeah,
no, okay.
You know, if it was like, if we were watching this game maybe 1 or 2 years ago, we would just say NA nade from Joe, but
yeah,
it doesn't exist now.
I still can't believe Plesson's fallen off the map there. You reminded me, do you remember, were you... Oh, nice shot there. Were you there at the Gamer Legion game? Oh no, actually I think I was doing that alone, and Era just jumped off the map. Oh my!
Oh!
Le Mans.
Okay.
A lovely double. Joel trades it back. It's into a 3v3. I'll come back to that little anecdote in a moment, but right now, Galaxy Racer, they have themselves in a good position. That push from Lamando is unbelievable. Like that just getting 2 kills, keeping Igo competitive in the round. Furlan now is here towards B. I don't think we'll be seeing Galaxy Racer play too close to the edge this round, just in case.
Yeah, Furlan though, everything is timing, but he decides to go for the spam, not ready for the second though. So 1 for 1, even though Chelsea went down in a pretty sad way for him, he's going to be good enough for the bait for the trade, so his teammates with a pretty fair chance at winning this one, and He's gonna find a headshot, so now this leaves Roland all alone, and Deezon is gonna double up and double down. That's gonna be 14 on the board for Galaxy Racer. And when you look at the money on the CT side, it's just not looking great, even though that was a pretty decent play from them all. Like, the timing on this one was huge. If he finds the third, the round is over, but sadly he doesn't.
Yeah, that's it's a really good push. It doesn't work out though. Deezon just goes nuclear, and now we see attack here from Galaxy Racer. Yeah, I was trying to say, I don't know if you were on the game with me. It was, I think it was a spring game, but it was in overtime, and I can't remember who Gamer Legion were playing, but Era tried to do, the jump around. Oh no, he tried to actually peek onto the B site with an op. Yeah. And I mean, like, this is to get Galaxy Racer into overtime, and he just falls directly off the map. It was such an important round, and he just drops to the streets below. I was like, oh no. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Just unlucky. Something that we haven't seen so far, the run boost. We haven't seen, for example, a run boost from T-Spawn towards B stairs.
Yeah, I don't think Galaxy Racer really go for it too much.
Yeah, not a lot of teams do actually. It is a pretty risk it for the biscuit play, because if you fail it, you kind of start around with a 5 versus 4. But still, it's a.
Galaxy Racer through the CT side. He absolutely dominated, and well, he's got the op in his hand here, and he's a react. Lovely no scope onto Rallen, but he's taking a lot of damage. He's down to half HP. Now Furlan on an MP9 is pushing towards short. We see the flank coming in here from Fiku, so Joel needs to get out of harm's way for the moment. He's not going to be expecting Furlan in this position. Ago get 9. They stop Galaxy Racer from getting onto map and series point, and what a reaction though. What a no-scope.
Yeah. I mean, this man is having a really good game, and we can see it pretty much every single round is better than the last one. He's currently 23-12, but Ago are not allowing Galaxy Racer to close it out. We can see that the Racers are actually struggling a bit right now, and they have been struggling in the previous rounds, but okay, the force buy, rush B doesn't work out. Joe leading the charge, he's gonna be full flashed, going down. Oh, Furlan just running out of ammo, and now it's Snatchy with the AWP, but they have a 3-man stack. Surely there's no way that this round goes in favor of the T's. 2 kills, make it 3, going in the favor of Ago. And it's just Pleasant left on top of the smoke. I feel like he got spotted, and Roland is gonna take him down. Double digits for Ago. This one might not be over just yet.
Yeah, I think we might be writing off Ago a little bit too soon. The money just not there now for Galaxy Racer, so we'll see what they can muster. We'll see what they decide to purchase. It's going to be 4 nades, maybe Chazzy might grab a HE as well, but a few upgraded pistols. We are going to be looking at the T's heading towards mid early on, so now I'm just curious to where the nades are going to go. Nade stack towards heaven, maybe? Whew. Do we think?
Well, yeah. That's pretty much what's going to happen, but there's no one there, unfortunately. Oh, and there was 3 towards sandbags as well.
Yeah,
so,
I like that.
Yeah, me too, but it's nice to see that Ago may be aware of the possibility that something like that might happen. There might be a cheeky play. That's maybe the first round that they don't have anyone towards window. And it's exactly when they go for the HE stack. So that's a nice read from Ago. But now let's see if they're going to be able to clear out this anti-eco flawlessly. Because, they don't have armor, no util, but we already saw how dangerous these rounds could be. We know that one mistake is enough. especially if Fiku being the lonely member towards B goes down to Indigo, and he's gonna get tagged to 12 HP. Furlan is gonna fall as well, and oh no. Oh no. Okay, that's a nice recovery kill from Fiku. Josie though. Oh, and Disco Doppler is gonna find another. Okay, Is this the caster's curse?
Surely not. Oh, the nade is going to be perfect. Oh, it doesn't deny the bomb plant though. LeMan will get a double, a triple, and at least we see Ago retake now. The bomb is going to be stuck. Disco Doppler is going to be making steps. Rallen now realizing where he's coming from. No chance of that going in Galaxy Racer's favor. He did steal their up. That's something saved at least, but Ago now are back to winning ways. Now they're definitely in this. They're definitely back in with a shout, but we are going to see a little bit of a technical pause, so we will be delayed. I mean, Galaxy Racer, they've had plenty of opportunities to close this one out. They're going to get another one, but I mean, they're running out of time. They need to win this next round, or else I feel the momentum is just going to carry Ago over the line.
Well, yeah, it might as we approach the closing parts of this game. Of course, ladies and gents, let us know who do you think is going to win this one in the chat. There's still enough time. I feel like Ago showed us that they're still able to fight. They're capable. They've won 6 out of the last 7 rounds. So when we actually take out Galaxy Racer winning Force Buy and then the anti-eco, they've won only 1 round more on their T side. So I can definitely see a world where Ago would go for the comeback here and take us to a 3rd. I still think it's going to be really tough though, because all that's needed is 1 sick round for, let's say, Joel, for him to pick up maybe 2 or 3 kills and single-handedly win the game for his team, because money isn't looking that great for Ago as well, even though they're winning some rounds. I feel like they have only 1 rebuy in the tank if they lose a round, and it's not going to be a proper one as well. Not enough money maybe for an AWP, because they had to reinvest into that one in this round. So this game is actually starting to look really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's beginning to heat up a little bit. I mean, if you're Galaxy Racer, you're going to be a little bit annoyed with the way your T side has gone. I mean, Ago have just done enough to keep pushing and keep alive, but
staying alive.
Yeah, literally staying alive. That's it. They need to get the next win though. Like they need to win this round. I feel if Ago do manage to win this one, I think just the confidence will be gone on the Swedish side. I think Ago will just close out the map then. Maybe force an OT. I think an OT is definitely a possibility, and I mean it is only 2 rounds that Galaxy Racer needs, so I'm still on the fence. It could go either way, but I mean, what a best of 3 to start us off today.
Yeah, I guess we will have to wait for the technical timeout and see what happens after. Of course, ladies and gents, make sure that you don't go anywhere, because when the technical timeout is off, we're about to continue with the game here on Vertigo, and this is only our first matchup of today, and I believe that the technical timeout is going off, so we are ready to go. We're going to be ready to go in just a couple of seconds. This is only our first matchup of today, and actually, over at the A stream, we just said goodbye to alternate attacks. Lingby Vikings managed to win in a 2-0 fashion, and alternate attacks are out of the Spring Sweet Spring, so goodbye to them. It was lovely to have them, and let's see if Ago are gonna add on and join them up in the list of teams that went out of the tournament today.
We'll have to wait and see. They're really on the ropes now. Well, can Galaxy Racer land that knockout blow? We'll have to wait and see. As Ago, during the first half, they were beginning to wobble a little bit. Rallen going for the spam through the wall. Doesn't do too much damage. It's more just kind of to annoy your enemies. You do little bits of damage, just try and chip away. Pleasant has actually been tied down an awful lot though, so he's down to 29. He needs to be careful now. Furlan in a really good position. And, well, Le Mans is just below him. The high-low is working out once again. Igo, a big fan of that. They find the double. Plesson shaking his screen as he cannot believe that Galaxy Racer have already lost 2 players and they haven't even done a single health point of damage. He'll be the first man to draw a little bit of blood on the CT side, but it won't be a kill. Instead, he'll be tagged down to 1 HP. And, well, it's pretty much a 2v5 here for Galaxy Racer now.
Josie with the nades over towards the A-bomb side, walking straight into the AWP of Snatchy. Oh, and with this HE, things are not looking great. Galaxy Racer, what happened to them? They just seem like an entirely different team, and Ago seemed like an entirely different team as well, but you're not even gonna get the chance of a bomb plant made. It's a clean round from Ago, 14-12. Yes, there is enough money on the Galaxy Racer side if they want to go for the reinvestment, but things are starting to look a bit scary. And when I say scary, I mean scary. Really scary.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit... it's getting a little bit scary. It's getting a little bit hairy for Galaxy Racer now. And I mean, look at that. You can just see how good the CT side has been from Ago the last 4 rounds. And I mean, that clean one just shows you that they mean business. Galaxy Racer, they're really just giving Ago the opportunity to I still believe. I'm still just thinking back to, you know, when we did get down to the wire on Dust 2, the mistakes that Ago did make. That got Galaxy Racer over the line. Will that happen again? I'm not sure. My brain is kind of leaning a little bit more towards that it might happen. I think we might see a little bit of a slip up here from Csgo, but
you know, the thing is that we need to see close rounds in order for that to happen, right?
True.
Like,
yes.
we can't see actually Ago making these really vital mistakes unless there is a close round, and they've been fairly dominant in the previous ones. I would say that their last mistake was against the Pistols when they were in a 2 versus 4 or 2v5, but again, they managed to win this one and make it look easy in the end with the 2 surviving players. But we need to actually see Galaxy Racer do some damage on the T side. We need to see them make these rounds closer. We need to see them try to control the pace once again and make Ago do a mistake. Because they're not gonna go for a mistake just out of nowhere, out of the air. You need to actually force them into it. You need to force them. You need to make them a bit nervous, maybe. You need to give them you need to put them into situations where they need to take really crucial decisions, and they take the wrong one. That's essentially what Galaxy Racer want to do here. That's what they did on Dust 2. It worked out perfectly. It was Ago to do a lot of misplays there, but now there's nothing to misplay when you're just dominating your opponent. There's nothing to misplay in a 5 versus 1.
And I just keep thinking back to the HE grenade that Joel killed himself with. If that went another way, I think the game could have probably been already over. But you know, we can't dwell on the mistakes, and Galaxy Racers shouldn't be dwelling on the mistakes. They have the power in their hands now. They have the AKs. They have a lot of util. They need to just make a round work. And well, A is going to be the intended target. We see Snatchy and Rollin are going to be the 2 players holding, not fighting for ramp. They are just going to let Galaxy Racer contact up, and well, they need to clear out sandbags. Molly over towards short. Rollin is going to be forced out of position. These will take him down. Snatchy full white. This is much better here from Galaxy Racer. This could get them on the map in series point. Le Man jumps up, he goes down, and well, the pauses may have done Galaxy Racer, the world of good. Fiku and Furlan now left. The spam from Furlan is good, but Joel will be able to get a bomb plant down, and the retaliation from Blessing is even better. Fiku last alive, a 1v4, and Joel will take him out of the round. It's map and series point for Galaxy Racer. Let's see if they can close it out, or if Ago will force an overtime.
That's a bit more like it. That's just pretty methodical. Slow round, what we essentially spoke about. These slow rounds have been working out for the Galaxy Racer side a lot of the times. And when they decided to switch it up, when they tried to be more aggressive, when they tried to be faster, went for a lot of these individual peaks, just played the default essentially, they were continuously just shut down. Now though, they group up, play all together with the potential of a refrag, with the potential of going for double, triple peaks towards every angle, using their grenades to their maximum extent, and it works out. Now they have 3 attempts to close out the map in the series, and for Ago, things are starting to look a bit shaky here.
Yeah, they can't make any more mistakes now. Snatchy not on an AWP is going to be a problem, as he's really had the most impact when he's had that AWP in his hands. You know, we seen him on a rifle in the first half and it wasn't too great. Only picking up, 2 kills before that final round where he did get 3, but now it's been a little bit better on the CT side. Well, 55 seconds left. Galaxy Racer. Bomb is making its way towards A. There's 3 players here. Rallen boosted up on top of Snatchy's head, and well, good position here. Now Disco Doppelin, he hasn't been spotted out just yet. The nade has been seen, but Rallen is looking to see if anyone's coming up towards A, but they're going towards B. They faked it out a little bit. Still though, Fiku and Furlan are left to find, and they're set up in a good spot here. Rallen opens things up. 20 seconds. Galaxy Racer need to go, and they need to go now.
Yeah, and there's 2 players to welcome them. The third as well rotating. Diesendo is going to find the opening. Fiku good for 1. He's going to double up and double down. Plessendo catches one of the rotation players, but Chelsea needs to find 3 on the side, and he's just not going to be able to do so. Ago, they get to live another day. That's 1 out of 3 chances, and it's already gone. Galaxy Racer missing on that one. Roland even goes for the kill after the time.
Yeah, that's no money for Pleasant. He's 3k, that's all. The money isn't going to be too much of a problem in this round. I mean, actually, well, it would have helped, of course, but let's see.
It's a pretty awkward state of economy for Galaxy Racer, right?
Yeah,
and they have a decision to make, because you either go for the full investment now. Yeah, you have the maximum loss bonus. You go for the full investment now, and you need to kind of find the bomb plan at least if you lose the round, because otherwise you have to go for the half buy. I actually want to see maybe a half buy with 2 hero AKs in this one.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I want to see Joel bring out an AK, and I want to see Disco Doppelin bring out an AK, and then I want to see Deagles on Deason and Pless and Chelsea with Deagle armor. That's pretty much what I would expect.
I feel like this is going to give them the best chance.
Look at that. Ago's converted a first kill into a round win 7 out of 8 times. And
me and you are really smart sometimes, Like, sometimes we speak absolute shit, but sometimes we're really smart.
Sometimes we actually sound like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. It means we're good liars, but for now, it's going to be Galaxy Racer on the half buy with the 2 hero AKs and the 3 pistols. Pushing up towards Ram, Joel leading the charge with his AK, and he's not going to be able to find any success with it though. Fiku and Roland with the double kill to start things off. Both tagged really low, but in the end, it won't even matter. As Galaxy Racer, if nothing else, they managed to retrieve one of the AKs, and Chelsea is actually going to find an opening, so that makes it a bit easier for them. And they've actually left the A-bomb side. Now realizing there's no presence towards middle, 2 players are going to fall back, but Ago are playing the A-bomb side on a bit of a retake setup. And when Chelsea has an AWP as well, you don't want to be peeking into this one. There's no one towards CT or Heaven, no one towards Headshot. There's the deep smoke now. for Roland to try and make his way onto the bomb side, but does he want to risk it for the biscuit?
No, I don't think so. Now, Chelsea has a smoke and he has a flash as well, but he's the man holding with the op. He doesn't want to deploy them just yet. So, Deezen and Disco Doppler, well, it's more just Deezen is going to have to cross. Now, the smoke will go down. That's going to allow the elevator player to get out, though, if he wants, but they're not going to commit just yet. It is going to be a 3v4 retake, and now the HP is going to be a problem on the Aggo side. Chelsea missed opportunity, missed shot as Aggo get into position. A molly and a flash left on the CT side. The molly goes towards Sandbags, accomplishes nothing, as now Chelsea gets the first, tags up the second now as well. Needs to not go down here, falls away, missing another shot. Furlan will get one. The bomb is going to be tapped. Chelsea somehow is still alive into the 2-on-2. The bomb is going to be stuck now. He gets him off, and Furlan gets the kill. Needs to get on the defuse. Does he have enough time? Oh, it's going to be close. I think he just has it though. Yes, he does. What a round from Aggo. They somehow make it work.
That's on to Josie. That's on Josie. Yeah. I don't want to say it because he is top ranking for his team with Joe, but he missed so many hope shots here. He had so many chances to win this round for his team.
He has,
he lands one of those. That's the round over.
Yeah, I mean they were also low as well. I mean, the off shot. He had 3 chances. Let's be real. He did tag up one player, but he should be getting at least 1 or 2 kills there. I mean, if he gets that first kill in that scenario, it's actually huge. There's the tag, right? Maybe not that one. This kill here, no. I mean, he just panics a little bit, missing that one as well. If he drops Furlan, that's it over. I mean,
yeah, you can even see him switching onto the Tech 9 in the end. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna hit with Job. And there was maybe a moment of slight miscommunication there because they kind of both just forgot about the player on top of the side. They were just focused on not allowing the defuse to come through. But they might have thought there's not enough time. But it doesn't really matter what we say at this point because it's round number 30. Aggo looking to force OT. Galaxy Racer on the edge of losing command. That was looking really dominant for them. Or just allowing it to go into OT.
Yeah, this is one that should have been Galaxy Racer's map pick, but now Aggo, they have a man advantage and they look to force this overtime. The Swedes are going to have to do it the hard way, and they make their way up towards A early on. There's 3 players here defending for AGO, lots of utilities.
Ready for the third, but he's done enough to give his teammates at least the chance. Joe and Disco Doppler, they haven't moved a muscle. Towards around, there's the flash from Joe going on. Trying to make it a bit easier for Disco Doppler to clear out this A-bomb side, and now at least they're gonna realize the side is clear when the molly comes in. Okay, and Disco Doppler is gonna find a headshot through the smoke. Does he realize there is a player on top of the box? Disco Doppler, he's going to be able to spot it. Oh, doesn't find the second though, and that's going to be an OT. Galaxy Racer and Aggo, 15-15. Another 1 versus 1 from the Aggo side. 2 in a row, but it's going to be good enough. They managed to make it. They managed to do it. OT.
What a round from Le Mans there. Just closing it out for his team. He got 3 kills in the round. He pushed. After Chelsea gets the opening double there towards that A site, Le Mans peeks out, catches him with a nade in his hand. If Le Mans goes down there and doesn't swing, I mean, that's the round over. He gets the timing perfectly. He wins that fight and he stays alive in order for his team to win and force that OT. Keeps AGO alive in the Spring Sweet Spring. And, well, now, let's see, 16k. 3 rounds on each side. We will see how Galaxy Racer will attack and how AGO's defenses will hold up. Chelsea just making a step, won't really matter too much. Snatchy playing a really aggressive angle here. I like this spot from him. Dumps the smoke just to fake out a little bit of presence there towards the sandbag. So it will be at least a concern for Galaxy Racer, but still plenty of time to go in this first round.
Le Mans just a bit off with the timing there. On the flash, Joe is actually going to drop Snatchy. That's the Oprah out of the equation. Lemando once again fighting back. This man has been the saving grace for his team in a lot of these close scenarios. Let's see if he's going to be able to do it once again. Galaxy Racer taking the side as the bump is yet to go down. A lot of future is being thrown though from the Ago players, so that doesn't allow the bomb to go down just yet. Look at that, another molly. That's the last one, but I feel like the T's don't even have you till from now on to try and obscure the vision, so it will all come to the fights. Galaxy Racer, they need to get rid of these players towards the back of the side. And Rollin, he's going to take down one Disco Dublin with the refrag, Furlough with one more onto his name. And Rollin continues Disco Dublin with another refrag. He's even going to double up, but once again, with one player alive, Ago win around.
They are able to close out the first round of this first half of OT. Comes down to a 1v1 in the end, but it wasn't as close as that. Well, now it's Galaxy Racer on the back foot for once. Something that we haven't said on Vertigo.
I can't imagine that it's happened.
No,
actually.
I go have the lead for the first time. And
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe we're in OT. I thought this game would have been already over. But
yeah,
we'll wait. We'll see. We have to crown a winner on this map, and we'll have to see if it will be Ago at least forcing a decider on Mirage, or will that be it for this event for them. Fiku playing from the elbow position, trying to spot out. There was a boost there from Pleasant, but sees nobody towards triple. Now Page will go over. Good transfer there from Disco Doplin. Nearly takes down Snatchy as well. Fiku going to be put under pressure, but he finds the double. They line up. Le Mans drops Chelsea as well, and it's now Joel and Disco Doplin in a 2v4. AGO, they looked to be losing the initial fights, but they somehow react and they somehow get this round in their favor.
This flash was absolutely perfect from the rotation player there. Ago, a massive round to pick up, especially when you're with a man down. Joe now looking to give his teammates a chance, but look at that, Disco Dublin just going down through the smoke. Joe finally finding the refrag, but to what avail? Does it really help in this scenario? No, it doesn't. There is a player that's pushed up close, and you have no idea that this is a possibility. Le Mans is going to pick up the kill, 17-15. Ago looking like a new, rejuvenated, revitalized team here on Vertigo, and looking like they don't want to go home. They want to continue, and they want to force a decider.
And I mean, looking at that, the odds there, I mean, what I believe Ago were at like 17 at one point. So if you got on Ago at 17 and they somehow managed to win this series, I mean, fair play. That would be some bet. The comeback was definitely not something that I expected. And well, it's not complete just yet. So there's still an awful lot of time, and that's a good opening pick there from Chelsea. He needs to be careful that the spam doesn't come on true, and he continues to get aggressive. Rollin tries to fall away. The flash is actually helping Chelsea out big time there, as he is tagged down to 13 HP, but he will be at least alive. Now, a double up on the side of Galaxy Racer is something that we're not really too used to. Snatchy drops Pleasant, but Deason drops Fiku right back. So now Snatchy has to rotate over. There is himself and Rallen here towards me. Snatchy doesn't pull the trigger just yet. Now he will, and he drops Deason, points the second onto Joel. It's down to Chelsea and Disco Doplin. They're walking into a stacked site here, and this one is going to be hard to overrun. Smoke going to be dropped. Snatchy finds a third, and the last player alive is Disco Doplin. It's another round for Ago, and what a half.
Oh my god. Are we really going to a decider here? I feel like we are, and I still can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm still
We
shocked.
are really gonna go to a decider. From Galaxy Racer being up 13-5, then they had 3 consecutive map and match points. We're gonna go to a decider. That's phenomenal from Ago. Look at that. Look at that play from Snatchy. The AWP. We spoke about Snatchy having a really quiet game. We spoke about Snatchy not being able to perform as we expected him to perform, as his teammates are used to seeing him perform. Well, he showed it. He showed what he's capable of in this one round. And now, Ago go for a timeout, realizing we need to make this one work. This is an opportunity of a lifetime in this game. We weren't thinking that we would be in this position to be able to have a map point, but here we are. One round away from forcing Mirage. One round away from being sure that the mentality on these Galaxy Racers players is just gone. Because if they lose a map like that, they're going to be not devastated. They're going to be on the next level of devastation. They're going to be on the next level of kill.
I mean, Galaxy Racer, they had a really good CT side, so let's see if they can maybe re-spark a little bit of that form. But I mean, Agor is looking so good, it's very hard to look past him here. But Snatchy's already out of the round, so step in the right direction. He won't be having too much impact now. But a lot of the reason that Galaxy Racer had a lot of success was that Joel wasn't being challenged really with the op, and neither was Pleasant. The double op is out once again. Snatchy is already out of the round, so it is at least something. Ferlin walks up and Joel is already dead. Chelsea now has to hold as Disco Doplin's rotated over. Ago not committing. And into a 4v4. There's a minute left on the clock, and Ago are actually going to go back.
Josie, though, being curious towards short, doesn't want to wait. The timing with the smoke, though, might have given Ferlin rather some cover, as his entire team is elsewhere, making their way onto the B-bomb site, where Deezen is actually playing on the retake setup, so they're ready to give this one up. And with the up and forward position there towards this A-bomb side, oh, Ferlin, though, he's gonna fall towards sandbag, so this brings it down to the 3 versus 3. No one coming in from behind now, but as I say that, we look at Rollin. He's gonna be able to fall back. Both of these players actually that are on low HP playing so defensively. Man now trying to cross, that was risky. That's a really big risk from him, and yeah, he's not gonna get rewarded for it. He's gonna fall down, leaving gold to Fico and Roland. There's a player onto the bomb. Roland, though, finding one, going for the spam, trying to deny the defuse, but he's not gonna be able to do so. Galaxy Racer not out of this one just yet. I feel this is just a really awkward game.
It's just really hard to predict. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just having a real difficult time of actually seeing who's gonna win.
It kind of feels like both teams are struggling.
Yeah,
That's my point.
both teams just looking to get it over the line. Ago are looking a little bit better here. Joel finds the opening pick. Laman will be the first man to fall, and well, no chance of a refrag there. Fiku, he's had a very good game, pushes up and gets aggressive. Chelsea holding with the AUG. There's a minute left here, so there's a lot of time for Ago to work with, but it looks like they are going to commit now towards the A side. Joel needs to hit the shots, but the nade will take him down, and Chelsea falls as well. Is this going to be it? The spam through the smoke here. Disco Doplin does a little bit of scaring, not a lot of damage, as now the Molly to at least keep them off the site for the moment. When the smoke's clear, this makes it even more difficult. Pleasant with a reaction finds the kill. They change up their approach. They go from short, and Disco Doplin has an op in his hand now as well. Spots the player that is already crossed, pulls the trigger. Rollin needs to find this kill because they need to get the bomb on the site, but Ferlin is nowhere near. Galaxy Racer are going to win another round. Surely we're not going to see a double OT.
At this point, I can't say surely we're not gonna see something, because I feel like anything is possible. I feel like Furlong can even win this 1 versus 3 with 6 seconds. No, okay. Pleasant is gonna take him down. It's gonna be 18-17. 1 away. Our Galaxy Racer from taking us to OT number 2. And apparently they still have some gas left in the tank. I feel like at this point going into OT, it's more about which team is gonna win around on the T side first, because both of them are struggling on the T side. Both of them are doing quite well on the CT, and I feel like if Ago don't win here, it's just gonna be who manages to win a single T round. They're gonna be the winner, because on the CT side, both teams are looking stellar.
This could be the round that you're looking for here. Furlan drops Chelsea, 2-man advantage gain. The nade is going to go deep, does a little bit of damage, but Deason's going to fall, and I think that's it. I think it's 19-17. I think we can call it there. Pleasant towards B for the moment. Disco Doplin has to come back and help out his teammate towards middle, as we are going to see Ago commit Rallen with a mid lurk as well. And I mean, Pleasant volleyed out of position. This is not the spot that you want with not. Disco Doplin gets one. Pleasant not out of it just yet. Misses the second shot though, and Fico will take him down. It's all on Disco Doplin. He's being spammed down. Molly onto default. At least there's a minute left on the clock, and Le Mans will find the kill. 19-17. Ago are going to take it. They are going to force a decider. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for map number 2. We're going to be sending it to a short break. We'll be right back with map 3. It's going to be Mirage, and we'll see who will be eliminated from the Spring Sweet Spring. Will it be Galaxy Racer? Will it be Ago? Stay tuned and find out.
Are you ready to experience the next step in esports entertainment? Don't just watch the game. Become a part of it.